Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2022 with Dover Athletic in the Vanarama South. If you missed Season 1, bit of a spoiler there, we got relegated in literally the second to last game of the season. If you are looking forward to Season 2, and already we are doing pretty well in the Vanarama South, do remember to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well if you are new to the channel. Let's get on with it then. So already we are 5 games into the season. We're going to be playing Dartford in today's episode and Dorking. 2 matches already in episode 1 of season 2. Before we get to that though, I've done some very, very sneaky transfer business. The first thing to mention is players leaving the club on free transfers. Quite a lot of them. Twomasi, Hansen, Wood, Williamson, Kel da Costa, who spent the season on loan at Gloucester. Still gets me that one. Marshall Ratton, Will Moses and Redder Johnson all leaving the club. Redder Johnson as well was a coach. He's not at the club anymore, so he's not a coach here either. We have also lost on a permanent deal. Danny Collins signing for Carlisle, moving up to three divisions actually, into League One. We've got a little bit of money for him, not a lot, £7,000. I think there's a pre-season friendly and maybe a percentage sell-on in there. It's not going to really come to much. We've also loaned out Kai Woolard Innocent to Eastbourne Borough. They're paying his wages, which is actually really helpful. Joining the club then, our new number 1 goalkeeper is Mckenzie Lyle, formerly of Cambridge, Liverpool, Hazen Yedding and St Ives apparently, and Barnet and Cockfosters. He's played for various teams. He is a Guyanese international, which could be a problem if he gets called up too often. He is our number 1 goalkeeper. He's getting paid a little bit too much money. Replacing 35-year-old Sam Wood is Tyler Garrett, a 25-year-old Englishman signed from Bangor City in Wales. I don't know why he was playing in Wales, but he was. We've picked him up on a free transfer. I think he is very, very good for us, particularly at our level now. He would have been good for us last season. For this season, I think he's going to be very useful. Sam Beckwith is next up, a 20-year-old central midfielder formerly of Luton Town. All of these players are on freeze, by the way. We haven't paid a single penny for everybody. Beckwith is going to be quite useful for us. Probably won't be the first name on the team sheet because we'll get to that in a bit. Christian Oxlade-Chamberlain, the brother, I think he's the brother of Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. He is the brother and the son of obviously Mark Chamberlain as well, because that would make him Alex's brother. He is signed as well, free transfer, formerly of Aldershot, Gosport, Notts County, Oxford City and a whole bunch of other teams. He's probably going to be our number 1 right back, maybe rotating in that position. Somebody who I think is going to be very, very good for us is 29-year-old Irish midfielder Kane Ferdinand, who, I think he's just really good for our level of football. £220 a week as well for Kane. He's not getting paid a lot. We will be playing a ball-in midfielder as well. He's going to fit that position spectacularly well. Another central midfielder is Jack Spong, formerly of Brighton, 20 years of age. He's getting paid probably too much money, but he is potentially one of our best players, will be very, very often getting first team football. Probably going to see him in today's episode. Somebody else you'll be likely to see in today's episode is Rob Street, 20 years old, English striker, formerly of Crystal Palace. He's actually played 3 times for Crystal Palace. I don't know whether that's in real life or in Football Manager, but he's good. He's already played 5 times for us, scoring 3 goals, so I'm hoping to see a lot more from Rob throughout this season. We've also signed John Terry's nephew, Frankie Terry, on loan from Colchester, because I realised we got rid of quite a few central defenders and we kind of needed somebody new in. So Frankie's in. He's actually not terrible as a centre-back. Probably won't be playing a lot of football. We're paying him no wages. He's in as a fringe player anyway, so Colchester shouldn't get annoyed and recall him. And this is where it starts to get a bit interesting and a bit sneaky what I've done. Zach Orr, formerly of Arsenal, 18 years old central defender, on a permanent deal. But the way we've done this, he got released from Arsenal. We signed him on a non-contract, paying him stupid money a match, like £250 per match. We've then offered him a part-time deal at effectively half what he would get paid if he was playing every single week. Zach Orr is in £130 a week. He's very, very good, and he's only 18. And he's not the only player that we've done that with. Matt Dibley-Diaz, formerly of Fulham, same deal. Brought him in, non-contract, signed him up. £45 per week for Matt Dibley-Diaz, and it's a 2-year deal. So if we end up selling him, yes, obviously he's not worth a lot because he's not getting paid a lot of money, but we've got him for 2 years. So if we get promoted one season, maybe next year we can sign him up to something a little bit more concrete, maybe £100 a week. And it wouldn't be a transfer window of mine if I didn't raid Southampton. 4 former Southampton youngsters have come in. Teddy Davie is the first one in, non-contract basis. No, he wasn't. This one was actually a permanent deal. Didn't even go through the non-contract. But Teddy Davies in, £240 a week, central midfielder. Going to get a lot of football. Harvey Woods, 18-year-old right winger. Doesn't look particularly spectacular at the moment, but he's 18 years old. He'll be 19 very soon. Non-contract, signed up to a part-time deal, £65 a week. One of the ones that I'm excited about is Lewis Payne. He's an 18-year-old right back, but he's 6'3". He's actually going to be playing as a wide centre-back. We are trying wide centre-backs in the Vanarama South. And I'm fully aware you're probably looking at me going, you tried tiki-taka in the Vanarama Normal and you got relegated. Wide centre-backs aren't going to work. We'll see. And finally, probably my favourite one, even though he doesn't look particularly great, he's only 2-star current ability, 5-star potential, 17 years old, Dom Ballard, non-contract, into a part-time deal at £50 a week. I genuinely think we've done some very, very good business throughout the summer. We're not going to go through all the players, but this is our first team squad for the season. So we've got Bexon and Mckenzie Lyle as our goalkeepers. Central defenders, we've got Goodman. Sendles White is still here. Josh Bailey is still here. Frankie Terry is also in at the club. We've also got Zach Hall. If we sort by that, it actually sorts it better by the positions that I want them to play. So yeah, Goodman, Bailey, or Sendles White, Frankie Terry and Lewis Payne. Those are our defenders. We've got 6 of them to choose from. We are going to be playing 3 at the back. On the right-hand side, we've got Oxlade-Chamberlain. TJ Bramble is still here as well. Tyler Garrett is our only left back, which might be an issue. It's already become an issue for a couple of matches because he picked up a knock. Spong, Davey, Dibley Diaz, Zach Brown, Kane Ferdinand, Sam Beckwith, Callum Moore, all as our central midfielders. Our central midfield, in my opinion, is our strongest position. We've also got Sarmiento Ramirez, Harvey Woods Ballard, Jamal Loza and Jack Langston, who are going to be wingers. And then we're going to have Yanis Strace, Rob Street, Eddie Brown and Sam Shaban still at the club. I'm trying to get rid of the last 2, but they're still here for the moment. And as I've already mentioned, we've kicked off the season. We are currently 5th. We have lost the game against Dulwich Hamlet. We lost against Dulwich Hamlet, who are obviously top of the table. But we've won 4. We've won 4 matches so far this season. Hopefully today we're going to make it 6 wins out of 7. And we're going to be pushing Dulwich Hamlet at the top of the table, hopefully for an automatic promotion spot, because it is going to be very, very difficult to get out of the Vanarama South. Speaking of the Vanarama South as well, we are predicted to finish 5th. Which I think is reasonable. They're predicting a playoff finish. We have obviously still got the transfer window open, so we could bring in a few more players to strengthen our squad. Although, I think we're done. I genuinely think we're done when it comes to finances. We're over our wage budget by about £600. Not a lot of money over our wage budget. And arguably, we've got a better side in the league below than we did last season. So I'm full of hope at the moment. I'm definitely full of hope. So for match number 1 of Season 2, match number 1 on camera obviously, Dartford away from home. It is actually a near top of the table clash. I think Dartford are 3rd, we're obviously 5th. It's going to be Mckenzie Lyle in goal, Sendles White, Orr and Payne at the back, Bramble and Garrett as the wing-back, Spong and Brown in the middle, Ballard and Loza on the wings, Rob Street as our main goal threat in this one. Jamal Loza has scored 4 goals this season. 2 of them were penalties. You can see we're going for a 5-2-3. Technically, it's a controlled possession. I've also set up a similar system. That's the word. It's not a similar system. It's a controlled possession, but it's a 4-3-3 basically. So we do have the option to go. I don't know whether that's more attacking or more defensive, but it just kind of mixes things up a little bit. But we are obviously going to be going for this one at the moment. Let's kick off against Dartford. So we walk out then. We are going to be wearing the red today. Dartford in the white. Like I keep saying, I am very, very hopeful that we can get something out of this season. I'm not expecting like automatic promotion. I'm not expecting to win the league, but I think we have got a team that should be good enough as long as we can put in the performances. We are 15 minutes in to the first half. Not really a lot going on, but we have had a couple of chances. Spong with a corner for us. It's towards the front post. It's gone over everybody. And at the back, Rob Street is there. 18 minutes on the clock. It's not going to count. Is it going to count? It isn't going to count. He put the ball in the net anyway. Goal kick for Dartford over the halfway line. We've controlled it, but passed it straight to one of their players. I thought his name was Soup. Sanupe's in on goal, and he's just put it straight past Mckenzie Lyle. Don't do this to me. We have been superb. The first 5 games of the season, even against Dulwich Hamlet, we were actually pretty good. And then we're not going to do this on camera, are we? It's been like a day or so since I played the final games of Season 1 and got relegated. I'm quite happy right now. Maybe not after that goal. 5 minutes left of the first half. Jamie Sendles White with the ball is going to go for a run. You're not the wide centre-back, buddy. Back to Zach Orr. 2 of our 3 centre-backs being booked is not ideal. Orr, who's not really going to be, should be going forward. Jamal Loza finds Rob Street. Left-hand side some options. So is on the right-hand side Dom Ballard. I think the youngest player in our team at the moment. Spong plays it through. Ballard's going to get on the end of it. 2, maybe 3 in the box. Back to TJ Bramble. Back to Ballard. Tries to get some space. 3 in the box. Crosses it in towards Loza at the back. It's gone a little bit too far for Jamal Loza. Garrett now. Play it backwards, buddy. Play it back. Or try and whip in the cross. He's whipped in the cross. Street's there again this time. That one should be counting. Rob Street with his 4th goal of the season. It's a great assist as well from Garrett on the left-hand side. It's 1-1. And it stays 1-1 as we go into the break. Apparently, that XG for that headed goal was ridiculously high. Fair enough. I don't think we need to do any changes. We are dominating the possession, which is what we are trying to be doing. Do we look at taking Zach Brown off? He seems to be one of the players who is struggling a little bit. On the bench, we've got Callum Moore. We've also got Oxlade-Chamberlain, who can play in a multitude of positions. He's mainly a right back for me, but can also play as a central midfielder if we need him to. I don't think we do at the moment, but maybe more will be coming on. Dartford with the ball. Akinola back to the free kick taker. Left-hand side is Reynolds. Akinola again, forward to a different Reynolds. Back to the free kick taker again. Notice I'm not saying his name because I'm going to just absolutely balls it up. Hill, I can say your name. He's going to go for a little run forward. They've got one man in their half. If we can steal this off them, there is a very good potential for a counter-attack. Akinola. Left-hand side now is D. Reynolds. He's going to run forward down the left-hand side. Somebody stick a leg out. I'm a bit concerned because at the moment Dartford are just doing all the passing. Who's in? It's now Reynolds with the ball. L. Reynolds all the way over towards the right-hand side. It's a great ball. Are they going to get the cross? And they do get the cross in. Oh, my word. Mckenzie Lyle just flaps the ball. Hughes in the area. Reynolds goes for a long-range chance. What a save that is this time from Mckenzie Lyle. Bit of a television save. I don't think he needed to do the dive, but he's done it nonetheless. Corner for Akinola to take. Left-footed corner towards the back post over everybody. Sandals-White gets it clear. We are hopefully going to see the end of this highlight. I mean, it's still going. It's still going. This is a worry. Hussein. Back to Hill. What's happening? Nothing. Okay, we got away with it. Right, Ballard is having a bit of a poor game, shall we say. We're going to bring on Harvey Woods, who I've said Harvey Woods isn't particularly great either. Neither Ballard or Wood are arguably ready for first team football, but we're not the best team. We're going to also do Callum Moore coming on for Zach Brown. I know it did say Oxlade-Chamberlain, but I want him on as a right back because Bramble not doing so hot as well on a 6.6. Into the final 15. Let's give them a little bit of an encourage. Let's try and fire some players up. It has put smiles on faces, which is good. Final 5 minutes. We are going to do this TJ Bramble for Oxlade-Chamberlain change. I don't think we've looked bad. I don't think we've been too bad in this. We've had 9 shots, only 3 on target. I think that's our problem. 3 minutes of injury time. It looks like nothing's going to happen. We are going to drop down to 6th because Havant and Waterlooville have moved ahead of us in the table, but it is not a defeat. That's the key thing. Away from home, not a defeat. A goal from Rob Street as well up front. Not a terrible performance. Would have liked to win. We've got one more to play though. For match number 2, we're at home against Dorking. It is going to be Mckenzie Lyle in goal. The back 3 remains the same. Sendles-White, Zach Orr and Lewis Payne. Oxlade-Chamberlain comes in as the right back. Tyler Garrett, after his assist, keeps his place. Kane Ferdinand will be making his debut. The reason why he didn't play in the last match is because he literally just joined the club about a day before that match. So he's hopefully ready to fit in. Zach Brown will be his central midfield partner. Ballard, Loza and Rob Street will be the front 3 once again. In a complete flip to the last match, Dorking, I think, are right down the wrong end of the table. No, they're not. They're actually 11th place in the table. It should be a match that we are going to win. Rob Street has started off by getting himself injured. What has gone on? Potential foot injury. Well, we've got Yanis Drace. Yanis Drace is going to come on. I think he's already played a couple of games as well this season. Come off the bench for the most part. Drace can hopefully just slot right in and score some goals, please. Oxlade-Chamberlain with the ball on the right-hand side. 16 minutes played. Back towards Kane Ferdinand, but it's not managed to find him. And Dorking can just lash the ball upfield. Sendles-White's going to go for a lovely run. Number 5. He wanted to leave in the summer. We managed to keep him at the club. Yanis Drace goes for a long ranger. And Yanis Drace, with an absolute rocket, the substitute forced onto the field early on, has put us 1-0 up against Dorking. And this is kind of how we've been playing for most of the games this season. Obviously, the game against Dartford, not ideal, but we still played pretty well. Against Dorking, I'm expecting to win this one. We're going to struggle against the top boys, and anyone after maybe 10th in the table, we should relatively comfortably beat. It's Andrew with the ball for Dorking. Literally, I say those words. Just watch. Dorking are going to score. Hughes across. It's towards Andrew forward. Hughes again. Now Taylor. Long range chance for Taylor. Mckenzie Lyle flaps at it. Stops the ball from going in, but can't stop it going off for a corner. So Dorking have themselves a chance. It's going to be a left-footed corner. It's going to be Hughes. Is he the former Man City player? It's a header clear from Lewis Payne. Taylor's going to close it down, though. Is that going to be the end of the highlight? It is. See, right now, the league table looks pretty good. 4 points off the top, which is a little bit too far away for my liking. Corner comes in, and Jamie Sendles-White gets his first goal of the season. Corners are still pretty good. I don't know whether we're actually doing near-post corners, because that didn't look like it. It kind of was near-post. Sendles-White ghosts his way in, makes it 2-0 just before half-time. We're looking good against Dorking, although Dorking have had a couple of chances. I don't know what it is, and I've said this before, but wing-backs sometimes work really well and sometimes are really bad. Oxlade-Chamberlain's on a 6-4. We saw in the last match as well, Bramble didn't play very well at all. For some reason, my light's gone off next to me. Not ideal. Drace heads over the bar. Final few minutes of the match then, I'm thinking we are going to do the Oxlade-Chamberlain coming off for TJ Bramble. We've not actually done any substitutions, have we? Other than the one we needed to do. Ballard again for Woods. We seem to just take off our right winger and our right back for the most part. Kane Ferdinand on his debut. 6.7, 6.8, not particularly the best debut, is it? We've got 10 minutes left to play against Dorking. We are hopefully going to be picking up the 3 points here. 3 shots on target. I would ideally like a few more than that. Well, it doesn't matter. It is full time against Dorking. 2-0 in the end. They actually had a better XG than us. Defensively, this formation is superb. Going forward, we do not necessarily struggle, but we don't have as many clear-cut chances, in my opinion, as perhaps we should. Can we actually see clear-cut chances? 0. 0 clear-cut chances out of 12. Not ideal, but we won the game. So our top goal scorer is out for 3 to 4 weeks. That's a worry. We've still got 3 other strikers, but it means Yanis Drace is going to be making his way onto the field a few more times than he perhaps would be expecting. It's also his first goal in how many? 10 hours of competitive football. It's quite a lot of hours. That is going to do it for episode 1 of season 2. Next episode, we're going to go for Havant and Waterlooville and potentially Truro. I don't know whether we're going to be able to do this because basically it's all logistics of being able to record stuff, but that's what I'm going to look at trying to do. Otherwise, it's going to be Havant and Waterlooville and Farnborough, a team that we should hopefully beat. In between episodes, we're going to be playing Chichester in the FA Cup qualifying round. Slough, Ebbsfleet, Maidenhead, Chippenham and Bath. And then, yeah, when we return, it is going to be Havant and Waterlooville for definite. We're going to do that one. Thank you very much for watching this one. If you did enjoy, do please remember, leave a like. Hit the subscribe button as well if you're new to the channel. And I will see you in episode 2. Thanks for watching. Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2022 with Dover Athletic. Today, it is going to be first versus third. Unfortunately, we are the team in third. So the Vanarama South looks a little bit like this at the moment. Havant and Waterlooville currently top the table. They've just won a match 5-0. We are currently in third, 2 points behind league leaders. Also joint on points with Dulwich Hamlet and Truro. It's actually very, very tight at the top of the table. Since we've last met, there has been a little bit of transfer business. 2 new faces joining the club. First up is 26-year-old English goalkeeper Joe Fryer, who I genuinely think is a very good goalkeeper, probably playing slightly too lower level football, and we've got him on a 3-year deal. He is now going to be our number 1 goalkeeper because Mckenzie Lyle, I think that's his name, he's constantly going away on international duty, which isn't ideal, and Fry is just a better goalkeeper. Speaking of somebody constantly going away on international duty, Matthew Briggs is a 31-year-old Guyanese left-back, centre-back, central midfielder. You're probably thinking I recognise that name. I'm pretty sure he played for Fulham a long, long time ago. He did 13 appearances for Fulham, also Watford, a whole load of teams. He's been around multiple different teams. Brought him in because I said in the last episode we've only got 1 left-back. Matthew Briggs makes that 2. And since we met in the last episode, we've kind of had a bit of an up and down time. We have been knocked out of the FA Cup at the third qualifying round against Beaconsfield. Yes, a team who are non-league, lower than us. We lost in the 90th minute. We beat Slough. We lost against Ebbsfleet. We drew with Maidenhead and Bath. We beat Chippenham. You can see, if you actually pay attention to when we conceded our goals, 94th minute against Bath, Beaconsfield, 90th minute, Maidenhead, 93rd minute. There's a theme here. 81st minute against Ebbsfleet. We concede late goals. We did score a late goal against Chichester. The starting lineup for the top of the table clash against Havant and Waterlooville. We are away from home. We are sticking with the 5-2-3. It's going to be Joe Fry in goal, Sendles-White, Zach Orr and Lewis Payne at the back. TJ Bramble and Tyler Garrett as the wing-back. Zach Brown, Jack Spong, Don Ballard, Jamal Loza and Rob Street as our goal threats in this one. Rob Street did go off injured, I think, in the last episode. He's come back. He's scored a couple of goals since coming back, so hopefully he can carry that on against Havant and Waterlooville. Away from home, it's going to be tough. So with Haven't being sat top of the table, you'd have to say they're probably favourites for this match. They've got themselves an early chance as well with a corner. Hobson McVeigh crosses it in. It's gone over most people. It's cleared off the line from Jamie Sendles-White. Baggy into Hobson McVeigh once again. This time it's Goben, and Oscar Goben, the former Southampton man, makes it 1-0 to Haven't after just 6 minutes played. I think we might be losing this. 15 minutes on the clock, and we are hopefully going to get ourselves a chance. It's Rob Street. Where are you going? Backwards to Jack Spong. Backwards again, please. There we go. Find Zach Orr. Sendles-White. Right-hand side is Bramble. Loads and loads of space for Bramble. Instead, we've gone towards the left instead. Street's managed to break through, and Rob Street's hit the post. He's just tickled the post, and it's been cleared. Looking at this Haven't and Waterlooville team, they are filled, literally filled with former Southampton and Portsmouth players by the looks of it. And Bournemouth players. Adam El Abd, I think, is former Bournemouth. Maybe even former Brighton. Kayesu's running down that left-hand side. Zach Brown gets there first and passes it straight to Warman. Abdullah Belbaghi, he's gone trying for a long-range chance. Hits it just over the bar. Still 1-0 to Haven't and Waterlooville. But we are not looking particularly good at the moment. Zach Orr with the ball inside his penalty area. Forward to Zach Brown. We've got a couple of Zachs playing for us. I've only just realised that. Ballard back to Jamie Sendles-White. What are we going to try and do down here? Down the right-hand side, Sendles-White's going for a run. He's not the wide centre-back. TJ Bramble's also picked up an injury, which is not ideal. Zach Orr, once again, Jack Spong forward, tries to find Loza. Loza takes a few touches and gets past his man. There are so many white shirts back. Was that 3-4 in the box? Don Ballard's one of our players, hits it just over the bar. We've got close on a couple of occasions, but haven't have actually scored the goal. Dulwich Hamlet have also taken the lead in their game. I think Truro might be winning. No, they're drawing currently 0-0 with Hemel Hempstead. It is looking like it might be 1-1 at half-time. Spong crosses it in. It's Zach Orr, and the former Arsenal man almost gets it on target. Instead, goes over the bar. It is going to be 1-0 to Haven't and Waterlooville at half-time as the rain pours down on the south coast. We are not actually looking terrible. Haven't have had one shot on target and scored it. I'm going to say you've been unlucky. Defensively, we are struggling. I am going to say you weren't that bad. Let's try and get some more motivation. Anyone? No, they all just seemed motivated, which is fine. It didn't go down. Rob Street currently on a 6.4, now 6.5. I'm guessing he's kind of being punished for hitting the post and a chance that he probably should have scored from. We are already 15 minutes into the second half. No highlights to speak of. Let's give them a encourage. See if that's going to do anything. We've got a corner. It's going to be Don Ballard, the former Southampton man, to take it. It's over most players. Lewis Payne controls it, also the former Southampton man, and blasts his effort over the bar. Still 1-0 to Haven't, but we're having the chances. We are the team getting the chances here. We're going to do Rob Street for Yanis Drace. TJ Bramble for Christian Oxlade-Chamberlain. Do we do any more? I don't think we do. I think that's all we're going to go for. Do we push to be slightly more positive? I think we're going for it as well. It's Zach Orr with the ball. 68th minute of the match. Orr plays it on the right-hand side. Finds Ballard. Oxlade-Chamberlain's got some space to run into if he wants to do it. He doesn't. Plays it to Ballard. Poor pass from Ballard. And now Haven't and Waterlooville can possibly do something. Tommy Scott to Sam Magri to Adam El Abd. Oscar Goben. You can tell I recognise a lot of these names. I know their first names. Oscar Goben again down that left-hand side. Finds Lewis. He's got so much space. Oxlade-Chamberlain's chasing him though. Plays it back. Finds Warman. In the middle to Goburn, across Hobson McVeigh, and that is the nail in the coffin. Jack Hobson McVeigh, long range chance because it's Vanarama National Football, and of course, they normally find their way into the back of the net. Still got 20 minutes, but we now need to find 2, ideally 3 goals. 15 minutes left, and once again, haven't passing it around. Godsmark Ford, back to Adam El Abd. I swear Adam El Abd must be about 45 years old. Lewis has managed to break past Jamie Sendles-White. That is a superb tackle, and he's going to get pulled up for a penalty. We have been done here by the referee. Lewis is the man to step up. Fry on a 6.3, so he's not saving this one regardless. Where's it going to go? Bottom left. Maybe straight down the middle, actually. Bottom right instead. 3-0 to Haven't and Waterlooville. We've not deserved. The scoreline here does not tell the story of this match. They've had 3 shots on target and scored all of them. The full-time whistle goes. 17 shots, 6 on target, an XG of 1.05, no goals, 10 shots, 3 on target, 3 goals. Sometimes we can't buy a win, can we? Well, that poor result is our 3rd defeat of the season, drops us down to 4th place in the table. Next up, I believe it is Farnborough, down in 19th place. This should be an easily winnable game, but the way we play against some of the other teams down the wrong end of the table, we often lose them. Let's go forward, let's play Farnborough. For match number 2 against Farnborough, we have gone for a few changes, keeping the same formation, but a couple of changes. Mckenzie Lyle is going to come in goal because Joe Fry had an absolutely appalling game in the last match. Goodman comes in for Sendles White, who also wasn't very good. Orr and Payne keep their place in defence. TJ Bramble and Tyler Garrett as the wing-backs. Jack Spong and Teddy Davey is going to be the man to move into midfield today. Spong's moved over to the Borner midfielder. Teddy Davey comes in as a central midfielder. Ballard, Loza and Rob Street keep their places up front. Rob Street, basically, that was his first poor game that he's played for us in a very long time. So hopefully today against Farnborough, he can turn that around. So we walk out then in our white home shirt today, because obviously we're playing at home. Farnborough in the yellow. We need to get a victory here. I know the Vanarama National and the Vanarama South are very difficult leagues to get out of. So we need to make sure that we are pushing for that first place. Going through the playoffs is a possibility, but performance-wise, we have not been particularly consistent. Spong with a free kick for us. It's Zach Orr heads over the bar from very close range. 20 minutes played. First chance goes our way. Kingsley Latham, former Southampton goalkeeper. Teddy Davey, former Southampton man. Rob Street gets the ball. Plays it forward to Lazo. He does eventually get there. No support at the moment. Needs to go backwards. Tyler Garrett crosses it in. It's Don Ballard, and Ballard's hit the bar. And Powell can clear the ball. We've got very close in 2 very, very quick succession highlights. 35 minutes on the clock. We've had 8 shots. 8 shots we've had. Not a single one on target at the moment. We've almost got an XG of 1.0. XG's a lie, isn't it? It's already half-time here. How have we not scored a goal? We have had 8 chances. We must be better in front of goal. Who's even having the shots? Into the second half, and it's taken less than a minute for the first highlight. And annoyingly, Farnborough are the team with the ball. Hansen, formerly our player. He left us at the end of last season. Ballard finds TJ Bramble on the right-hand side. Luckily, his little knock he picked up in the last match wasn't actually an injury. He just didn't want to play anymore. Bramble's going to cross it. No, he doesn't. Don Ballard needs to go backwards, really. Bramble, finally, we've got it to Spong. Crosses it in. Jamal Loza is there. And another chance goes begging over the bar. 9 shots now. 0 on target. Crow with a free kick towards the back post, and calmly, Zach Orr just stops it on the line. Right, we're taking Rob Street off. I assume he's getting some chances and just not doing anything with them. Bramble as well. Do we do Bramble? Do we do Bramble for Briggs? Or we do this? Maybe that's what we do. So Lewis Payne moves up to the right wing back. Sendles White comes on as the wide centre-back, which he should be capable of doing. He does love to run with the ball. Is this an actual highlight, or is this because of the subs? I'm hoping it's because of the subs, because the yellow shirts of Farnborough are passing it around. The ball is getting awfully close to our goal. Phillips with the long-range chance hits it just wide. It was an actual highlight, not because of the substitutions. Now they should take place. An hour on the clock. There has been zero shots on target in the entire match so far. Spong with a free kick, long free kick towards Yanis Drace. It's a penalty. I'm not sure what happened. Drace was pushed by Chin, apparently. It's going to be Jamal Loza to step up, and the way this match is going, he's hitting this one wide, isn't he? He should be putting this one into the bottom corner. Jamal Loza does put it in the bottom corner. We are 1-0 up against Farnborough, and we really should be more than 1-0 up, shouldn't we? We have been the better side. We've had so many chances, but just can't get shots on target. Final 10 minutes of the match. Ballard's coming off. Harvey Woods is going to be the man to come on the right-hand side. That's all of our changes. We probably should look at shutting up shop, because after 80 minutes, that's when we like to concede, and that could have been the goal there. Right, we are going to go to defensive. We're just going to drop to defensive. We're not changing the formation, just going to change the mentality to defensive, try and hold on to this 1-0 lead. We've managed to steal the ball. This is good. Barrett? It's Garrett, that's his name. Finds the goal scorer, Jamal Loza. I think that's his 4th penalty of the season. Teddy Davey to Zach Orr, forward to Jack Spong. Now Harvey Woods, right-hand side is Bramble. Woods is going to go for himself a long-range chance, and it's well over the bar. 4 minutes of normal time to play, plus any injury time. Let's just hold on. This is going to push us back up into 3rd place in the table. If we can just hold on, and there we go. That took a long time. 1 shot on target out of 19. An XG of 2.3, 1 shot on target, and that was a penalty. We really need to learn how to actually shoot properly. Attackers, I don't know who the attackers are. Would it be Ballard, Loza and Street? Is that who we're talking to? Or is it Drace and Rob Street? I don't know. You're not good enough in front of goal. I think it was just Yanis Drace. I think I just said it to Yanis Drace, which is a bit unfair. You let yourself down out there, Rob. Well, we picked up the 3 points, but the story really is the XG, isn't it? Can we see the shot map? This is the one I'm wanting to have a look at. I don't use the data hub a lot because I don't understand data, but Why were we so bad in front of goal? Were they just all blocked? What are they? Just X's. What do X's mean? Just, of course it's a shot off target. They were all off target. So, I mean, they're reasonably high XG. How are you getting shots off target inside the 6-yard box? What is going on there? 9 of them were headers. Maybe that's the problem. I would love to be able to see those 9 chances that were all headers, because I don't know whether they were coming from crosses, corners or whatever, but we're clearly not good at heading. That is going to do it for this episode. Next episode, we're probably not going to go too far. It is going to be Truro at home and then bottom of the table Hornchurch. So at least we should be seeing 1 victory, ideally 2. I say that as we've just beaten, 17th place Farnborough 1-0 thanks to a penalty. Thank you very much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. Hit the subscribe button as well if you are new to the channel. And I'll be back with more Dover Athletic, Truro and Hornchurch. We need to win them both. Thanks for watching. Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2022 with Dover Athletic. Today it is 2nd place Truro. Yesterday it was 1st place Havant and Waterlooville. We're also playing bottom of the table Hornchurch. We're probably going to lose them both. Hello, welcome back. If you are enjoying these videos, do please remember you can hit the like button. You can hit the subscribe button as well if you are new to the channel. I'm hoping to try and do videos every single day. Obviously, real life kind of gets in the way sometimes, but for the most part, we're doing daily videos. Today, Truro and Hornchurch. In between episodes, we played 1 match against Hemel Hempstead and lost 2-0. We can't score goals. I don't know what's happened. We've stopped scoring goals, so we set up a mid-season friendly against Chesham, where we won 3-1, and it was goals from Sendles White, Harvey Woods and Teddy Davey. In this one, we are currently 5th place in the Vanarama South, still up the right end of the table, but we are 9 points off the top of the table. We are, 5 points away from today's first opponents, Truro. A victory here will hopefully close the gap, maybe move us up into 3rd place as well. For the Truro game, we are changing to the 4-3-3 formation. This is the first time we are going to actually play this in the league. And I think even against against whoever it was, Chesham, we didn't play this formation. We're going to give it a go. Let's see if it works. It's going to be Joe Fryer in goal, Lewis Payne, Sendles White, Zach Orr and Tyler Garrett as our defence. It's going to be, is it Craig Moore? I've already forgotten his name. Callum Moore, that's his name. Callum Moore playing as a half-back with Zach Brown and Jack Spong in the middle. Don Ballard, Harvey Woods and Rob Street will be our strikers for this one. I'm hoping a change in formation brings a little bit of change in fortune as well. I also noticed we were having lots of chances by headers in the last episode, and a lot of them were falling to Zach Orr. Zach Orr, despite the fact that he's got 18 jumping reach, he's only got 10 heading. So we are switching it up, and we're going to be sticking Jamie Sendles White on the front post, who's got 13 jumping reach but 13 heading. He's obviously doing that last season, scored a fair few goals. Hopefully he can do the same again this year. So we are the home side in the white, Truro wearing the red with black shorts today for this one. They are playing the 5-2-1-2 formation, which is basically the same one that I played quite a lot with Swansea, wasn't it? It's going to be a free kick after just 5 minutes. Jack Spong is the man to take it towards the back post. Zach Orr is there. I think it was actually off the goalkeeper. I don't think he saved it. I think it just hit him, and the ball is cleared. Second chance of the match possibly going our way as well. Woods back to Garrett, crosses the ball in. It's Rob Street, and Rob Street heads over the bar. I have noticed, I'm fully aware we're in the Vanarama South, but attribute-wise, we don't have anybody who has a higher finishing than 10. Rob Street is our striker, currently on 8. He's got the ball in on goal. It's a great block from the defence. It's going to be another corner. This is where we can see big Jamie Sendles White, Zach Orr making their way up from the back. We want to be seeing this on Sendles White's head. That's what we want to see. It's Zach Orr. Why is Zach Orr going for that? It should be Sendles White. Spong with a corner from the opposite side, and that time it's Jamie Sendles White, and he's hit the bar. We are actually dominating. We are dominating the match so far. Can't get shots on target though, can we? Free kick in a pretty decent position, if you ask me. Moore is the man to take it. Long ball towards the penalty spot, and we've hit the underside of the bar again. We're never going to score a goal. We're never going to score a goal again. How have we missed that? It was an open goal. Half-time. Half-time, it is 1-0, and I want to make sure that clear-cut chances... where do we put clear-cut chances? I want to see it. They are on the... I want them here. I want to show them there. Also, woodwork. Because we've hit the woodwork so many times... I can't even say... Oh, they're both on here. They're both appearing here, but not here. How can I get them up there? So, we've hit the woodwork 3 times. We've had 1 clear-cut chance at the moment. In 45 minutes, we should have scored 3 goals already. Straight into the second half. Our XG of 1.3. and it is still currently 0-0. I'm worried that Truro are going to get themselves a chance. This could be that chance. It's Leverett with the ball in the middle to Hamilton outside the area, curling effort into the top corner, and that's Football Manager 2022 for you. We can't score a goal to save our lives. They have one shot and just put it into the top corner. They could shoot from their own half, and they would have scored that goal. Right, Harvey Woods is coming off. Jamal Loza is going to be coming on. Rob Street for Yanis Drace. Anyone else playing badly? We're not playing too bad. Zach Brown. Is it Zach Brown? No. Yes, it is Zach Brown. Zach Brown we don't want to be playing. What have I clicked? I've clicked lots of buttons. Zach Brown coming off. Teddy Davey is the man to be coming on. Do we put you two round that way? Yes, we do. We've got 25 minutes to try and find ourselves an equaliser and a winner. Otherwise, we are potentially dropping out of the playoff spots. Johnson's throw for Truro. Final 15, and Truro coming forward with the ball. Rooney in the middle. We've nicked this. Hold on. Yanis Drace is going for a run. Ballard's in front of him. Back to Callum Moore. Now Spong, now Don Ballard. Across to Spong once again. Through ball to Yanis Drace. Is Drace going to be the one to put the ball away? No, he isn't, because we can't score goals to save our lives. Probably wasn't even on target, was it? We've got ourselves a corner. Jamie Sandles-White, front post. Here we go. This is what we want to see. Spong's there. Sandles-White's there. He's at the post 4 times. We've hit the post, or the bar, 4 times. We've got another corner. It's going to be Spong. It's not Spong. It's actually Moore taking it from the left-hand side, right-footed towards Zach Orr at the front post, and he can't get a shot on target. We are going to get defeated by literal pieces of metal at this point. Free kick for Truro with 7 minutes left to play. This is going straight in the top corner, and we're going to lose 2-0. I mean, we can't catch a break. We can't catch a break. Fryer makes a save. Spong passed it back to him. He was on the floor. What was that all about? Yanis Drace has got the ball for us, though. Holds up play. Good bit of football there from Drace. Garrett's gone over the top towards Drace, but can't find him. The highlight ends. XG of nearly 2. We've had 2 shots on target. We've hit the post more times than they've actually had shots on target. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. How have we not won that game? We have hit the bar 4 times. 4 times. This might need to turn into a journeyman save, because I feel like if it keeps going this way, we're going to get sacked. I'm going to thrash my arms. I'm not happy with that at all. Harvey Woods gets a 6.0. I mean, we didn't actually play bad. We had a lot of chances. We just didn't score. Right, straight into the data hub then. Team performance. Last match. What happened? What were our chances? Obviously, we hit the woodwork 4 times. We know this for a fact. Was there a lot of chances off target? Off target, long range one there from Teddy Davies. Zach Orr, he's had 3 shots in that one area, got them all off target. I feel like Zach Orr is going up for corners, and he's the most useless person to go up for corners. Is that a problem? Is that Zach Orr? That's right. Okay, that's part of the issue. We should be having Sandles-White on the front post every single time. For match number 2 away from home against Hornchurch, we are sticking with the 4-3-3. It's going to be Fryer in goal. Payne, Sandles-White, Orr and Matthew Briggs will be our back 4 today. Briggs is coming in because obviously the injury to Tyler Garrett in the last match that he picked up didn't actually get injured properly, but he is currently out for, 4 days. So yeah, he's going to miss this match and probably the one after as well. We're going to stick with the same midfield with Moore, Brown and Spong. Ballard and Woods keep their place. Rob Street also keeps his place. No, we don't. We're going to do that. We're going to stick Loza on the left wing instead. I'm wondering whether a complete forward isn't working. We could go for an advanced forward as well. Let's try it. Hornchurch away from home. I think they're bottom of the table. If we don't win this one, there are some serious questions to be asked. Once again, we are going to be wearing the white. Hornchurch wearing the red with a lovely red and white stripy socks there. So where are Hornchurch? Let's take a quick look. Yeah, rooted to the bottom of the table. 2 points. Haven't won a game all season. Wait for it. It's going to happen. Corner for Callum Moore to take. Sandles-White should be the man at the front. Instead, it's the goalkeeper. Sims comes out, can hold on to it. 11 minutes on the clock. Is this going to be a chance for Hornchurch, or are we going to get the ball straight back? Lewis Payne heads it forward for us. Straight to a red shirt, though. And now Williams, over the top, finds Ruff. He's in on goal. He's 1-on-1 with the keeper. It's a superb tackle from Zach Orr. It's going to be a penalty because apparently in the Vanarama National and the Vanarama North and South, referees don't know how to actually just decide whether it's a foul or not. Ruff then against Fryer. Come on, Fryer, do the business. Straight down the middle. Good job. Get there first, somebody. Ruff to Charles. Is this going to carry on? It's hit Ballard, and now we can counter-attack. We're not going to counter-attack. Joe Fryer saving the day there. Zach Orr didn't really foul him, in my opinion. Lewis Payne with the throw for us. Zach Brown gets it in the middle to Jack Spong. Controls it. Should have gone for a shot. If that was against us, they would have gone for a shot and it would have curled in the top corner. Briggs to Spong once again. Across to Moore. Back to Spong. Briggs has got acres of space. Is he going to go for a run down the left? He's taken far too long for my liking. Back to Spong. We're trying to pass our way through here. Briggs again. Briggs is going to lose it. No, he hasn't. He's found Moore. Back to Zach Orr. Forward to Spong. We're passing. We're passing but not going anywhere, lads. This isn't controlling possession. This is doing nothing. Zach Brown. Forward to Don Ballard. Plays it on the ground to Street. Spins. Finds Spong. Tries to get the ball through to Street. And Rob Street is there. Blasts it into the back of the net. We've seen a goal on camera. We've taken the lead against Hornchurch. We do have about 70 minutes to try and hold on to this lead. Ideally, I want us to absolutely destroy them. Put 6 or 7 past them. There is a highlight straight after the goal. Not a good sign. Definitely not a good sign. I feel like there might be a goal coming straight back our way. Down the right-hand side, it's Rough once again into the penalty area. Kicked it straight into Zach Orr this time. He didn't give away a penalty. And are we going to counter-attack? Spong to Loza on the left-hand side. Briggs is making a run down the wing. He's gone all the way over to the opposite flank instead. It's a lovely ball and a lovely bit of control as well. Lewis Payne to Don Ballard. Over the top to Street. Is it going to be 2 within a matter of seconds? It is 2 in the space of about 30 seconds. Rob Street once again. I spoke to Rob Street just before this match and said, "You've not been performing well lately." And he went, "Yeah, you're right, boss." I think he's taken that speech on board. Fully aware we are also playing Hornchurch. So, we need to sometimes put things into perspective a little bit. But this is a confidence builder. In my opinion, this is a confidence builder. We can hopefully put 5 or 6, 7, 19, 20, 58 goals past Hornchurch. Then we're going to have a little bit of confidence going into the rest of the season. Ballard to Payne. In the middle to Callamore. Only 25 minutes on the clock. Spong to Brown. Through ball to Ballard. Street's on a hat-trick. Could he score a 5-minute hat-trick? Ballard's going to hopefully get the cross in. He's tried and failed miserably. Lewis Payne's controlled it. Forward to Ballard once again. 2 in the boxes. Loza at the back post. And Jamal Loza makes it 3-0. 25 minutes on the clock. We are starting to dismantle Hornchurch. 2 minutes. 2 minutes after that Loza goal, another highlight begins. Sendles White's going for a run. Zach Brown. Back to Sendles White. Now Ballard. Are we going to make it 4 before 30 minutes? If we're going to keep that up, we could be actually finishing this match at 10-0. It's Jack Spong through ball to Rob Street. Is this his hat-trick? He's taken a few touches. And what a block that is from the defender. Should have been 4. Street should have completed his hat-trick. It's going to be a corner instead. Spong's going to take it. Sendles White is the target at the front. And he's headed over the bar. Spong with a free kick now. We're still not even half an hour played. Sendles White's been pushed over. That's going to be a penalty. And I'm thinking Rob Street is going to be the man to take it. Yes, he is. He is on a hat-trick. And he's not very good at penalties, apparently. Still 3-0. Should be 5. We've got ourselves a corner, though. So maybe it could be 4. Spong crosses in. Sendles White's there. Not going to get it. Jamal Loza outside the area. Takes plenty of touches. Thought he was teeing up a shot. Instead, he's managed to find Lewis Payne. Jack Spong plays it across to Zach Brown. Where are you going to go, buddy? All the way back to Callum Moore. Left-hand side is Briggs. Loads of space. Instead, he's gone for a very strange shot there. Hits it well over the bar. 3-0. And I think it's calmed down. 30-odd minutes of just absolute insanity. There's been 2 penalties and 3 goals scored, and both penalties have been missed. So, it's been an exciting game. Straight into the second half for us, no changes, because obviously when you've got a team filled with smiley faces and lots of green numbers, you're doing pretty good at football, aren't you? Lewis Payne on the right-hand side, our lowest performer on a 6.5. I don't know why. I imagine he's just not even touching the ball, is he? Sendles White. I want to see a goal from Sendles White from a corner in this match as well. He's got the ball once again. He does love to run with the ball, which is an issue for a centre-back. Not the best pass from Zach Brown. McLean, where are you going to go? Across, long ball forward towards Ruff. Matt Briggs heads forward for us. Doesn't manage to get it to Jamal Loza. And now Imre's got space. Loza's chasing him down into the penalty area. Imre's there, still with the ball. Plays it back on the ground to Rowe. I feel like there's going to be a goal from Hornchurch. There's a long-range chance, and there it is. Every time, long-range shots seem to find their way into the bottom of the goal. What? Why? Why is this a thing? I want to change it so my midfielders just shoot on sight. Not even on sight, just shoot. If you get within about 30 yards of the goal and you've got about 5 yards in front of you, just have a shot. Just go for that. You probably score 9 out of 10 chances. That is a lovely ball for Don Ballard to get on the end of. 3-1 after 48 minutes. Ballard to Zach Brown. In the middle to Payne. Across to Spong. Outside the area. Long range chance and Sims makes a save. Never seen our goalkeeper do that. Never seen one of our goalkeepers ever save a long range chance. Spong's corner, left-footed. Sendles White's the man. It's not, it's Ballard. Why was that Ballard? Lozza's got it. Lozza back to Spong. Highlight ends there. Different corner now for Moore to take. It's towards nobody. Why were there no white shirts there? Moore needs to pick up the pace and get the ball. He does eventually get there. Spong back to Moore. Lots and lots going on in this match. This has been probably the most highlights we've ever had in an FM22 video, I think. Moore with the ball, back to Zach Orr. Now Briggs on the left-hand side. 3-4 players in the middle. Maybe Moore joining at the back post. Ballard's one of them. Briggs again. Bit of space. It doesn't cross it. Nobody wants to cross it. Nobody wants to cross it for some reason. Zach Brown go for a long-range chance and eats it over the bar. If that was them, it'd be 3-3 by now. Right, on the hour mark. Time to do a change. Ballard for Woods. I know Ballard's on an 8.1, but he's also the most tired out of all of our players. We're also going to take off Lewis Payne for TJ Bramble because Payne is he's not playing well. I don't know what he's doing. Briggs is also struggling to perform. Briggs hasn't actually played well since joining us. Every match he's about a 6.4 to a 6.6 rating. He's on a 6.4 at the moment. Briggs with the ball to Spong. Back to Briggs. Are you going to try and do something, anything good? Anything at all? Spong across to Moore. Space on the right-hand side. It is Zach Brown, the man to collect it. Plays it on the ground to Jamal Lozza. His effort goes just wide of the post. How was it only 3? We should have scored 6 or 7. I'm not even joking. I think we should have scored 6 or 7 goals. We had 10 shots on target. 19 in total. Their goalkeeper is on an 8.0 rating. The full-time whistle is about to go. We're going to pick up the 3 points. But what a strange match of football. What a really, really strange match of football. We had so many chances in that section where we didn't score. I don't understand Football Manager sometimes. Right, I've given the team a pretty good team talk, but the fullbacks, you didn't play well enough at all today. You were both awful. I don't know what was going on with the fullbacks. So that victory puts us onto 30 points. We've got a game in hand over everyone above us, which realistically, if we win that, I think Eastbourne is that game in hand, we will be moving up into second place in the table because we'll be on 36 points. Did Havant just lose a game? Havant and Waterlooville lost against Hampton and Richmond. What happened to Truro? Lost against Slough. Oxford City beat Farnborough. Okay. Dorking also beat Weston-super-Mare. So, wasn't paying attention to what was going on elsewhere, but actually beating Hornchurch, yes, fully aware Hornchurch are the worst team in the league by a fair distance, but beating Hornchurch and the other results that went on elsewhere meant that that was a pretty good weekend of football. Up next, we are going to go all the way through to mid-January, I think. We're going to go for Dulwich Hamlet and Weston-super-Mare. So we've got a lot of football to play in between. Eastbourne Borough, we're going to skip all of December. Obviously, you've got the World Cup as well. Don't worry, none of our players are going to it. So a lot of mid-table sides. Oxford City is the only one, really, that could cause us a bit of an upset up in third place in the table. But yeah, a lot of mid-table sides. We're going to return back in January. Thank you very much for watching this episode of FM22 with Dover Athletic. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. Hit the subscribe button as well if you're new to the channel. And I'll be back next time. Thanks for watching. Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2022 with Dover Athletic in the Vanarama South. In between episodes, things have gone okay. We're still up the right end of the table. So last episode was quite a while ago in game. It was way back in November where we lost against Truro and then beat Hornchurch. I believe that was the last games that we played. We then went on a bit of a spree of not really doing too well but still managing to play well. So we drew 0-0 with Eastbourne Borough. So we then beat Concord, drew with Kingstonian, lost against Oxford City, but still, again, we played pretty well. Just couldn't really hold on to the lead in that one. And then we drew Hampton and Richmond. And then I changed it up to the 4-3-3 and 3 wins on the spin. Tunbridge, Billericay and Dagenham and Redbridge in this one. Rob Street, for some reason in this formation, loves a goal. It does mean that we are currently sat 5th place in the Vanarama South, just 3 points off the top of the table. Havant and Waterloo are the team that are up there at the moment. It is very, very tight from 1st down to arguably 13th. There is 10 points separating the top 13 sides, and then Hornchurch at the bottom, who are literally 15 points away from 23rd place. They're probably getting relegated. Straight into match number 1 then, at home against Dulwich Hamlet, the team that we actually kicked off the season against, and I think they beat us, didn't they? It's going to be Joe Fryer in goal, a back 4 of Oxlade, Chamberlain, Goodman, Zach Orr and Tyler Garrett in defence. It's going to be TJ Bramble as a half-back. We've got Zach Brown and Jack Spong in the centre of the pitch. Those two are basically ever present in our starting 11. Ballard, Woods and Street will be our attackers for this one. Just want to make sure that I do have a good headerer set up for corners. So 3 wins on the spin at the moment with this formation. Can we make it 4 and ideally 5 in today's episode? Let's scroll this league table up just a little bit there so you can see what we're up against. Dulwich Hamlet, obviously, pretty decent side, up in 7th place. A win would probably see them go ahead of us, wouldn't it? Would it? Maybe. I don't think it will. It is a throw for Garrett to take to Woods. Back to Garrett. 16 minutes just over. Crosses into Rob Street, and Rob Street's headed effort goes just wide of the Dulwich Hamlet post. Still 0-0, but first chance going our way. Maybe chance number 2 also going our way, starting from a very similar position. Garrett's cross finds nobody at the back post. Don Ballard is going to collect it. Ballard back to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Zach Brown tries to find Ballard. He's been pushed over by Dommy. It is going to be a penalty. I don't know who's going to take this. It's number 4. Who is number 4? It's TJ Bramble playing as a halfback today. Where is the Antigua and Barbudan international going to put it? Into the bottom corner. We take the lead against Dulwich Hamlet. That is his first goal of the season. This is probably enough to push us up, maybe up into second. There you go, does push us up into second place, although we have played one more game over Havant and Waterlooville and a couple of other teams. Don Ballard's corner comes in. It's Zach Orr with a headed effort, gets it just over the bar. I made sure that Zach Orr is actually now on the front post because he's improving his heading. It's gone from 10 to 11 and he's still 6'6" and has 16 jumping reach. So he's going to be getting better. Our other options for the front post of corners have 12 and 13 heading. So there's not too much in it. Half time, it has been all Dover Athletic. We've had 5 chances on target, just the 1 goal so far. Keep it going, lads. I know you're capable of better. We are not looking great defensively. Goodman and Oxlade-Chamberlain on 6.4s. Going forward, or in the middle of the pitch, we're actually looking not too bad. Going forward, Rob Street on a 6.5. Maybe not so good at the moment. 65 minutes on the clock, and I think we're going to do some changes. Nothing's happened so far in the second half. I don't know why it sorts this in that weird order. For some reason, it does it. We are going to go for... I'm looking at fitness. Spong for Dibley Diaz is going to be one change we're going to make. We're going to do Rob Street as well for Yanis Drace, because Rob Street hasn't really done a huge amount. I'm not sure when match number 2 in this episode actually takes place. It might be in about 3 days' time, and we are going to have some serious fitness concerns. Terrible throw from Oxlade-Chamberlain. And now Dulwich Hamlet can come forward with the ball. Mills plays it back to Njonjo, all the way back to Brown. We're putting some pressure on them, but they are keeping hold of their ball in their lovely pink and dark blue kit at the moment. Brown again, forward to Wills. Or Willis, it might be Willis, it is Willis. Williams gets it all the way back once again to the defenders. Skinner to McGregor, back to Teal. We're putting the pressure on them, which is good, but they are still keeping hold of the ball. Thomas to Deacon. Deacon's gone off towards that left-hand side. TJ's gone with him. Thomas crosses the ball in. Mills is there. Fryer makes a very good save. Tips it onto the post. I think he was offside anyway, but there's a good bit of goalkeeping. Into the final 10 minutes now, and we've got a free kick in a good position. Woods is the man to take it. Zach Orr is at the back post. He's hit the underside of the bar, and Matt Dibley Diaz has tickled the ball across the line. It is 2-0 against Dulwich Hamlet. He's celebrating by himself for some reason. I don't know why anybody else wanted to celebrate with him. Weirdly, that counted as an assist for Zach Orr as well. I'm not too sure he can really claim it as an assist. We are going to do one final change. We're going to take off Oxlade-Chamberlain and we're going to bring on... Who are we going to bring on? Frankie Terry as a halfback? No, we can do that. We can put Zach Orr as a halfback. Frankie Terry's now going to play on that left-sided central defensive position. If we get another corner, Frankie Terry's going to be the man going up for it. But it looks like it is going to be 2-0 on the South Coast. Dover Athletic picking up 3 further points. And we are looking very, very good to maybe getting automatic promotion. Maybe. We're still within a shout. So 4 wins out of our last 4 games moves us up to second place in the table. Joint on points with Havant and Waterlooville and Truro. 2 teams that we've already played so far once this season and already lost against them both times. So... it is very, very tight at the top of the table. If Havant and Waterlooville lose against Dartford, who are... Dartford are 8th? Possible. Oxford City versus... It's not Oxford. Who are we looking at here? It's Truro. They're not playing. When are Truro playing? They're playing Maidenhead on Tuesday night. So, I mean, I'm not sure why I'm really looking at this. We're going to go forward to our next match, which actually I think is a cup game. So we're going to not bother doing that one on camera. I'm going to return for Weston-super-Mare away from home. For match number 2, we're away from home against Weston-super-Mare. We did just play Kingstonian, I think it was Kingstonian, in the FA Trophy 4th round, We won that one 2-0 and I played an entirely rotated side, so we're back full strength for this one. It's going to be Joe Fryer in goal, Lewis Payne, Zach Orr, Sendles White and Tyler Garrett in defence today. Lewis Payne has been out injured, he's just returning. Probably should read what this says actually. He's fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Bramble as the halfback, and I think most of the rest of the team is actually unchanged. Zach Brown and Spong in the middle. Ballard and Loza on the wings for this one, and Rob Street as our striker. 4 league wins in a row using this formation. 5 if you include the FA Trophy match as well. So I'm confident. I'm confident that we can keep up our winning record. We've dropped down to 3rd place in the table. We've got a corner through Spong. Zach Orr is there and he's hit the underside of the bar and it's found its way in. This is what I mean by Zach Orr has suddenly started to learn how to header. It's taken him over half a season, but he's finally managed to get there, taking the lead against Weston-super-Mare, putting us on to 51 points, I think. 51 points, 1 point behind league leaders Oxford City. Everyone currently on 27 games. Weston-super-Mare coming forward with the ball. Bramble gets it clear for us. Not far enough though. Taylor back to Hobden. Through ball doesn't get past Garrett and now we can possibly lose the ball again. Fair enough. Long range goal. Here it comes. Holland through to Hewlett and Hewlett blasts it into the back of the net. Tom Hewlett with his 11th goal of the season. It's 1-1. Well, we were very briefly in 2nd place, weren't we? Dropping back down to 3rd. If we finish in 2nd or 3rd, I believe we get like a free pass to the semi-finals of the knockout tournament. I think that's how it works. It might even be 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th get a free pass to the semi-finals. We've got another chance possibly. Garrett controls it, plays it forward to Zach Brown. We need a runner on the right-hand side. It should be Lewis Payne doing the running. Zach Orr to Brown. Payne needs to run. Why is Payne not running? Don Ballard crosses the ball, tries to find Loza, flicks the head on. Rob Street's there, he's controlled it well, and Rob Street gets his 17th goal of the season. It's 2-1 away from home. We've got about 2.5 minutes left of the first half to play. Let's not throw this a one away. Let's not throw this away. We've taken the lead for two times now. It is half-time. It is 2-1 to Dover Athletic. Again, playing really well. This is by far the best time, like the best period of football we've ever had for Dover Athletic. We have been so good in the last few games. I'm just going to go straight into the second half as well. I'm looking at Payne, 6.6 rating. Maybe he should be coming off. Obviously, he's not fully match fit either. Did I sort my subs bench out? Not really. Got no right back on there. 65 minutes now on the clock. Weston with the ball. Playing it across. Former Southampton defender Pascal. I'm not going to try and say his surname. No idea. I just know his first name is Pascal. It's gone all the way back to the right-hand side. Hobden's going to go for a run. Loza's closing him down. Taylor still inside the Weston-super-Mare half. Chester's through ball finds Grubb. Garrett's just lost him completely. Grubb still with the ball. Garrett's tried to catch up. Cross comes in. Hewlett's there again. And Tom Hewlett makes it 2-2. It's weird to think that Weston-super-Mare are putting up a much better fight than Dulwich Hamlet were. And Weston-super-Mare are mid-table side. Dulwich Hamlet are pushing for a playoff position. Jamal Loza with it. Across. Zach Brown through ball finds Spong. Now Rob Street plays it on the ground to Don Ballard into the penalty area. He has to score. And Dominic Ballard makes it 3-2, his 3rd of the season. He has had an offer from Ebbsfleet come in, who are also in our league, for £0. And I obviously rejected it because that's just pointless. And he threw his toys out the pram because he wants to play for Ebbsfleet. They're lower than us in the table. Why would I even do that? Final 10 minutes. We probably should look at doing a sub or 3. What are we going to do? Do we take off Loza? I think we do. Harvey Woods is going to come on. Frankie Terry as well is going to come on for Jamie Sendles White. And do we do the final on Zach Brown as well for Matt Dibley Diaz? We'll go for that and maybe swap you to... We'll go that way around. There we go. Right, all of our subs then. 10 minutes left to play. It is still only 3-2, and the way we play not recently, but the way we've been playing historically means they're going to score a goal anywhere about now. Or maybe not. It's not going to happen. It hasn't happened. We have picked up a further 3 points. 3-2. We made it difficult, didn't we? We made it difficult for ourselves. Zach Orr, Rob Street, Don Ballard with the goals for us. 3 more points. 6 points. 3 wins in this episode. What has happened? Talk about a change of fortunes. The last day of 2022, we switched up to the 4-3-3, which we had previously used. I'd like to point out, we even used it in the last episode. I switched back to the 5-2-3. It didn't do terrible. Going back to the 4-3-3, we have now won 6 wins in a row. 5 of them in the league, 1 of them in the FA Trophy 4th round. We've set up a 5th round tie against Chester. Next episode, we are going to be doing... What are we going to be doing? I feel like we need to do Ebbsfleet and Dorking. 5th and 6th with a little sandwich of Chester in the middle, which realistically, not too interested in the Chester game, but if we can win that, I think that is an FA Trophy quarter-final or maybe even a semi-final. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2022 with Dover Athletic, second place in the table. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like, hit the subscribe button as well if you're new to the channel, and I'll be back next time with more Dover Athletic. Thanks for watching. You are looking at the manager of the team currently sat top of the Vanarama South. We are undefeated in the year 2023. Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2022 with Dover Athletic, and you heard that right, we are top of the league and we are undefeated. We've only dropped 2 points technically, a 0-0 draw against Dartford before the Dorking games today. That's it, we've won absolutely everything else. We beat Slough 4-0, we beat Hungerford 1-0, we beat Western-super-Mare obviously in the last episode. We've won absolutely everything, and even though we drew, things went our way. Oxford City were technically top of the table before we played Dartford. And yeah, I think they lost their game. They did. They lost to Dulwich Hamlet, which means Oxford didn't pick up 3 points. We picked up just enough points to go ahead of them on goal difference. But we are sitting pretty at the top of the Vanarama South. Still a long way to go. And we're heading straight into match number 1 of the episode. We do have some fitness concerns, but we are just going to hopefully just battle on through. It is going to be Joe Fry in goal, Lewis Payne, Goodman, Sendles-White and Tyler Garrett at the back. TJ Bramble playing as that half-back. He is superb in that position. I don't know what's happened, but he's superb there. Zach Brown and Jack Spong in the middle of the pitch. Ballard, Loza and Street as our strikers. We've got lines. We've got lines all over the place. People play well together in a team. I don't know how it's happening, but we're going to go for it. We're going to hopefully beat Dorking away from home and keep up our undefeated run. Oh, superb. Because we're playing a team that wear red and white, we get to wear our fancy third kit, the purple third kit that we wear for literally about 3 games a season. I think I've only seen it once so far in this save, and we're a year and a half in. Early chance going to Dorking's way. It's come from a corner. Harris hits it wide. Remains 0-0. 13 minutes on the clock. I mean, match stats-wise, obviously it's early on. We are having a little bit more possession. Pass completion, it's the same 93% for both sides. But we're not getting any highlights. We're definitely getting shots. A huge goal has also gone in the Billericay game versus Truro, who were top of the table about 3 matches ago. They've dropped down to 6th place. Payne with a throw for us. 4 minutes left of the first half. Lewis Payne, the big right back, crosses the ball in. Rob Street doesn't get on the end of it. Garrett's controlled. It's now found its way to Jack Spong, the former Brighton man. Sendles-White, Zach Brown to Ballard. Right-hand side is Lewis Payne. Loads and loads of space. He doesn't want to run into it, though. I don't know why. We've managed to find it through to Don Ballard. It's taken a few deflections. The goalkeeper's flapped at that and conceded a corner. That was weird from the goalkeeper. So the corner then. It's going to be Jack Spong to take it. Left-footed corner towards the front post, not finding a single purple shirt. And Dorking can now counter-attack, potentially, unless we can put up a little scrap, which we seem to be doing there. I don't know who that was, but they were pushing all over the place. Half-time, it is 0-0, but we have definitely been the better side. Next year of 1.08. I'm sure. I don't like what I saw. I mean, I do like what I saw. We had a lot of chances, but we didn't actually, do anything from them. I'm going to give them the old keep going as well. I mean, most people are already fired up, so let's go for it. Looking at Rob Street and Sendles-White, those are the 2 players who so far might need to be coming off. Jack Spong as well. He is playing well, but match fitness is an issue for Spong. Does have the ball. TJ Bramble back to Jack Spong. Loza with loads and loads of space. He's gone for a long ranger, and if that was against us, that would have nestled itself in the top corner. Instead, for us, it hits the post, and that was a lovely foul there. Good job. We've got ourselves a throw. It's Garrett with the ball. Spong again. Bramble crosses it in. It's tried to find Ballard. It's not managed it. Payne tries to cross it in. Terrible effort from the right back. Goodman's going to pick the one up. We've got an hour played. What are we doing? All the way back to the goalkeeper Fryer now. Sendles-White starting from the back. Forward to Bramble. Sendles-White to Spong in the centre circle. Long ball. Finds Ballard on the right. Lovely pass as well. Payne needs to get up a little bit quicker in my opinion. Lewis Payne can go down the right-hand side. 3 in the box if he can cross it. Doesn't want to. Zach Brown, TJ Bramble, across Spong. Long-range chance, buddy. Takes too long. Doesn't want to pull the trigger. Don Ballard. Lewis Payne again. We're desperately trying to pass our way into the box. And that's going to be a yellow card. Or is that a red card? It's a red card. I'm not quite sure why that was a red card. Right, let's change something. Rob Street is coming off. Yanis Drace is the man to come on. Street is not playing very well. Sendles-White for Zach Orr. Do we do our third and final substitution? Spong or Brown? One of the two. It's going to be Brown, and it's going to be Dibley Diaz coming on. I'm starting to gently ease Dibley Diaz into the first team because I think there is some potential there, but he just doesn't really get the chances. Garrett's throw, 73rd minute, gets it back, crosses it in. Drace is facing away from goal and passes it. Oh my word. How have we not taken the lead in this game? How have we not taken the lead? It's going to carry on, this highlight, by the look of it. It's not going to carry on. Spong with a free kick. Plenty of purples in the box. It's gone over everybody. Zach Orr was the one we were aiming for. Orr is chasing that down. Okay, the substitute gets there first eventually. 76th minute. Dibley Diaz. Back to Zach Orr. Now Lewis Payne. Dibley Diaz again. Now Goodman. We are trying to pass our way through. Because they're down to 10 men, they're just going to sit back, aren't they? Loza gets the ball. Garrett needs to get into the space down the wing. It's a terrible pass from Garrett. And Dorking can clear it upfield, but straight back to Garrett. There's a goal in this game. I can sense it, and I'm hoping it's for us. Tries to find Drace in the middle and can't manage it. Get the ball back in the penalty area. There's not been a shot in this, as far as I can tell. Spong finds Garrett. Loads and loads of space for Garrett. 2-3 in the box. Crosses in. It's towards Ballard at the back. It's in towards the middle, and Yanis Drace is there. His second goal of the season. He has not scored since black and white TVs were everywhere across the country. It's taken him so long to get his second goal of the season. We've finally taken the lead. Don Ballard with a corner into the final 10 minutes. Is it going to be landed on Zach Orr's head? Where's it going to go? Towards Zach Orr. Doesn't get there. Yanis Drace is the man to collect it. Dibley Diaz in the penalty area. Goes off to the right-hand side. And Drace is there. He's not managed to get it across the line. We've hit the post twice. We should have arguably scored 3 or 4 in this game. It's going to hopefully just end at 1. I say hopefully end at 1-0. Hopefully it's going to end without Dorking having a chance. It does end 1-0 then. We should have maybe scored 3 in that. An XG of nearly 3. Their goalkeeper, what did he get? Was 6.6. We just couldn't take our chances. How do we get an XG of 3 and score 1? That one goal, however, is key potentially to this title race. We are now 3 points clear at the top of the table. Oxford City are playing Weston-super-Mare on Saturday. We are not playing another game until the 18th. Why are we not playing for so long? It's because of the FA Trophy, isn't it? It's the FA Trophy. That's fine. We're going to come back for the Ebbsfleet game, who are currently sat in 3rd place. We've played 2 teams in 3rd. That's weird. We'll be back once we beat Chester. Notice I said beat Chester. And then, yes, Ebbsfleet. Going to be a very tough match. Well, we've been knocked out of the FA Trophy. We got absolutely hammered by Chester. But in our defence, they are a league above us. And I did play all of the children because I'm focusing mainly on the Vanarama South, the league that we are currently still top of because I believe Oxford City didn't win. I think they actually lost their game in between our matches. We are going to go for Joe Farrar in goal, Payne, Sendles White, Zach Orr and Tyler Garrett at the back. It's basically the same starting lineup, isn't it? Bramble, Brown and Spong in the middle, Ballard, Loza and Street up front. 4-3-3 DM wide controlled possession straight out of the box. I don't think I've changed too much. Let's go Ebbsfleet at home. It's, I think, again, 1st versus 3rd. Being the home side, obviously, we are going to be in the white and black shorts today. Ebbsfleet are 5th, apparently. Okay, if we win this game, we have a very distinct possibility of going 6 points clear at the top of the table, depending on what goes on elsewhere. Hungerford are beating Oxford City. That is a huge, huge early goal there. We do need some highlights to take place here if anything's going to happen. Spong with a free kick, not a corner, towards Zach Orr. And Zach Orr is there at the front post, his 4th goal of the season. I've got him doing heading training. It is clearly working. He's gone from 10 heading to 11 heading, from 0 goals to 4 goals in the space of the time that I've been training him up to do headers. We've got the ball again through Jamar Loza. Half an hour on the clock. Rollinson has just gone straight through him. Apparently it was a 2-footed tackle. It's another team dropping down to 10 men. And this time we've got the goal advantage. Adams with a goal kick for Ebbsfleet. Rice with the ball across to Fox. They're still inside their own penalty area. Back to Adams again. Eventually, they've kicked it long. It's going to not be us. It is us eventually. Zach Orr to Jack Spong. Left-hand side, right-hand side even is Don Ballard. Zach Brown back to Bramble. We are hopefully just going to dismantle Ebbsfleet. This is potentially the biggest episode of the season so far. 2 very, very good sides, and both of them have gone down to 10 men. Zach Brown with the ball across TJ Bramble. Loads and loads of space. Long-range chance for TJ, and TJ Bramble puts it in the back of the net. His 2nd goal of the season. I'm pretty sure he scored in the last match, didn't he? Did he score the penalty? It's his second goal of the season, and nonetheless, we have doubled our lead. We are looking really, really good. 6 points clear at the top of the league, 32 games played. Everything is coming up Dover. No changes at halftime, straight into the second half. Keeping an eye on fitness, but so far everything seems to be going all right. Sendles White is there, his second goal of the season. It's 3-0, barely 50 minutes on the clock. This is getting embarrassing, Football Manager. This is definitely getting embarrassing. 3 minutes after that goal, and we're coming forward once again. Lozer's not going to get on the end of it. It's a header clear. Fallen, though, for Tyler Garrett, our left back. He's going to go down the wing. Play it in the middle, please. There you go. Finds Jack Spong. Garrett, loads and loads of space. He's crossed it in low, and at the back post is Don Ballard. It's not going to count, though. The flag goes up. It is going to remain 3-0. I'm not sure who was offside. Who was it? Was it... Okay, it was Garrett offside. Only just offside. Because obviously they've dropped down to 10 men, they are not quite sure what to do formation-wise. We are going to look at doing our first changes of the day. It is going to be Rob Street coming off. Yanis Drace is the man to come on. I want to bring on Frankie Terry as well. Frankie Terry he's actually very, very good. He just never really gets a chance to play for us as quite a loud motorbike goes past my house. Into the final 10 minutes we go. I'm going to give him an encourage. I mean, with 3-0 up against a team of 10 men, we're going to do our final change. It is going to be Frankie Terry coming on. Tyler Garrett is the man to come off. And I just want a fourth. I'd love to have a fourth goal, but we are top of the league as it stands, 6 points clear. Alfie Egan has made it 3-1 because, you know, we can't help but concede a late goal against most teams, but we should still be strong enough to hold on, keep the 3 points. That is 6 points in one episode, 12 points over the course of the last 2 episodes. We've actually turned the corner, and we've turned into a very, very good football team. So apparently, Oxford City slipped up as well. So what happened? Let's take a look to see if there's a lot of teams still in this battle, all the way down to arguably 11th place are in this battle to an extent, but we are 6 points clear. I'm going to keep pointing that out because that is a massive, massive number to be clear at the top of the table. So, who are we looking for? I mean, Chippenham got absolutely battered by Hemel Hempstead. That's nothing to do with us, though. Hampton and Richmond aren't really that important. I think they all seem to be down here. So Truro beat Havant and Waterlooville. Those two sides battling it out. Hungerford beating Oxford. Second and third battling it out. We've got Dulwich Hamlet winning their game against Tunbridge, which is arguably to be expected. I mean, genuinely, I am somewhat surprised that we are sat top of the table. We've still got plenty of games to go. And it means next episode, we are probably going to go... I'm looking at Bath and I'm looking at Havant and Waterlooville. Although, do we push it a little bit further and go Truro and maybe Eastbourne Borough? Maybe we do those ones. So we're going to play quite a few matches in between. I might record this. So next episode might be Havant and Waterlooville and Truro. That could actually work. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2022 with Dover Athletic, top of the league, and hopefully we're going to stay there and get promoted straight back to the Vanarama National. If you did enjoy this episode, do please remember to leave a like, hit the subscribe button as well if you're new to the channel, and I'll be back next time with more Dover Athletic. Thanks for watching. We are still sat at the top of the Vanarama National League South. 5 points is now the gap. Today, it's going to be a bit of a split episode. We're going to be playing Havant and Waterlooville, a team that are chasing for a playoff spot, and Truro, a team that were and have since dropped off. So the league table still is pretty good reading. 21 wins out of 35. Since the last episode, we have gone undefeated. Once again, we've beaten Maidenhead and Chippenham. We drew 1-1 away from home against Bath. Not ideal, but we didn't lose. We have now gone undefeated in league action since the 13th of December 2022. We are looking on course to get automatic promotion back to the Vanarama National. Really don't want to go through the playoffs. Today, Havant and Waterlooville on the 8th of March, and then on the 1st of April, we're going to be also playing Truro. The reason why we're not playing in the middle ones is because we're going to win all three. Farnborough, Hemel Hempstead, and Eastbourne Borough all down the wrong end of the table. The starting lineup for the Havant and Waterlooville game is going to be Fry in goal, Payne, Terry, Orr, and Garrett at the back. Bramble, Brown and Spong in the middle, Ballard, Loza and Street as our strikers. The subs bench is, I was going to say bare bones, it's not bare bones, but I've recently told unfit players to play for the under-18s, and they played today. I need to turn this off. So Drace, Davey, Ferdinand, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Bexon, Mckenzie Lyle, Bailey, Brown, Beckwith, Sarmiento, that's his name, Ramirez, Shaban and more all cannot play in this one. So our subs bench is literally the only players who we're able to pick, unfortunately, which means there's no striker on there. This is arguably one of maybe 3 or 4 matches between now and the end of the season that will help define where we are going to finish. A defeat here will keep us top of the table, but it will mean Havant and Waterloo will close the gap. Dulwich Hamlet also have a decent chance. I can't say, is it Dulwich? I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm going to say it wrong every single time, but they've got a chance as well to try and catch up to us. So far, though, we're having shots. We're not having highlights. We've finally got ourselves one, and it is 10 minutes to play of the first half, and Zach Orr almost very, very close putting that one into the back of the net, but hits it just wide. Have literally not had a single chance at all so far in this game. We've got 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes maybe, left to play the first half. TJ Bramble, who's moved into that half-back position and has done bloody well, if you ask me. Frankie Terry coming forward. Zach Orr once again. Now Bramble, we need to get it off to the right-hand side for Lewis Payne because he's got loads of space. Bramble's gone all the way back, though, to Fryer. Kicks it long. Zach Brown heads the ball forward. It's fallen kindly for Ballard. He's gone out a little bit too far wide. Get the ball in the middle, buddy. Lewis Payne crosses it in. Spong is there. Spong's headed effort is palmed onto the bar by Scott. And the ball is somehow not managed to find its way across the line. It is 0-0 at half-time. Haven't turned up, have they? Straight into the second half and straight into a highlight by the looks of it. Havant and Waterlooville with the ball. Lewis on the right-hand side. Garrett's there with him. If we can steal this, that will be good. If this keeps coming our way, I'm worried. I'm very worried. Their first chance on goal goes over the bar, but they've started the second half 1,000 times more brighter than they did the first. Free kick for us in a good position. Spong's the man. Orr is the man at the back post. And Zach Orr gets his 5th goal of the season. 1-0 at home against Havant and Waterlooville. 10 minutes played in the second half. Zach Orr, the archer, apparently. I mean, why did he do that celebration? I don't know. It was a header, mate. But it doesn't matter. It is 1-0. 7 shots on target. We should be maybe 2 or 3 up at this point. 20 minutes left to play. We are flying through this match. There is very little highlights going on. We're going to take Lewis Payne off, and we're going to do a little bit of a rearrange. We're going to go for that, go for that, go for that. Sendles White, there we go. So, Bramble right back. Zach Orr moving up to be the defensive midfielder. Sendles White obviously coming on as a centre-back. Do we also take Rob Street off? Yes, we do. Harvey Woods. And then go that way? Let's go that way around, sure. Sometimes Rob Street is superb for us, and other times, much like this match, he doesn't do a thing at all. I would absolutely love it if we can get ourselves a second goal. Dulwich Hamlet have equalised late-ish on against Weston-super-Mare, which means they are still keeping up the chase. It's the 93rd minute, 30 seconds left to play. A 1-goal slender lead is a concern, particularly as the Yellows of Havant and Waterloo are coming forward with the ball. Right, poor pass, and Frankie Terry gets it all the way back to our goalkeeper. 15 seconds left to play. Are we going to get ourselves a chance? Or is this going to go to Havant and Waterlooville? I just had to pause it then because an ambulance went past my house. The ball's still going. The highlight is carrying on. Don't worry about it. We're over the 93. Referee, please just blow the whistle. Oscar Goban with the ball down that left-hand side. No. What are you... Referee, we're past the 93. We are past the 93. Fryer, please, Fryer, do an absolutely superb thing and stop this ball going into the back of the net. It's going to be Lewis stepping up. Joe Fryer's the man. It was straight down the middle. It was easier to save it. How have we not won that game? How have we lost this game? Or not lost, we've drawn this game. Fryer saved it. It just went through him. I'm not happy. Not happy one bit. Look at this. They had no chances. Literally 0 chances in the first half. In the second half, they managed to get 6 shots, 4 on target. And Frankie Terry has cost us 2 points there. That could come to bite us. 10 games unbeaten in a row so far, still at the top of the table, but it is now just 4 points. Dulwich Hamlet losing. That's huge. That is very, very useful. So obviously that's not 4 points, that's 6 points. We've extended our lead because I can't do maths. Right, we're going to go forward. We are actually going to play Farnborough, Hemel Hempstead and Eastbourne Borough off camera. We will return for Truro down in 10th place. and hopefully we are still at the top of the table. I told you we were going to win every single one of those games. 3-2 against Farnborough, 3-2 against Hemel Hempstead, 1-0 against Eastbourne Borough. We are still top of the Vanarama National League South, and we have extended our lead to 8 whole points ahead of Havant and Waterlooville. I know it's still a little bit early, but I think we might be getting promoted. And by that, I mean, think we might be winning the league. The starting lineup for the Truro game then. I think they're down in 10th, maybe even 11th place now. It's going to be Joe Fryer in goal, Lewis Payne, Sendles White, Zach Orr and Tyler Garrett at the back. The midfield stays the same. TJ, Brown and Spong. Lozer and Ballard on the wings. Rob Street as our striker. Rob Street is upset because we didn't buy a decent centre-back. Jack Spong is upset because we didn't buy a decent striker. We're top of the league, lads. Put everything into perspective. You're being an idiot. So the little side from Cornwall are going to be at home for this one. We're obviously wearing our red away kit. We're not wearing the purple one today. I'm hoping we should be good enough to win this. Truro down in 10th place. Started the season really, really well, but obviously have dropped off since then. If we win, and apparently if results go our way, we should be getting ourselves some playoff football guaranteed. We've got the ball through TJ Bramble, across to Jack Spong, takes a touch, finds Zach Orr, who is way, way far up the pitch. And Zach Orr has scored an absolute screamer. For a centre-back to do that, 25-yard blockbuster, his 8th goal of the season. That one didn't even come from a cross or a corner. One thing I have been doing throughout the last couple of months in-game is I've been offering contracts to some of our more important players. Zach Orr is one of them. Don Ballard is another one, who are basically on really low-paying short-term contracts. I've given them slightly longer-term contracts. How have we not scored from that? I don't know. But also, as part of giving them longer-term contracts, we've also given them fairly hefty pay rises. Zach Orr has basically doubled his money. So's Don Ballard. Payne with a throw for us towards Zach Brown. He's lost control straight away, and Leverett can come forward. Hamilton to Harvey. Loads and loads of space to run into. He stopped instead. Jenkins Davies. Leverett once again all the way back to Diabate. Left-hand side is Johnson. Put some pressure on him, Lewis. Leverett back to Johnson again. Lewis Payne is there. Leverett gets it again. I'm thinking we might nick this, you know. I'm thinking of misplaced pass or just stick a leg out. We could run away with this. Maybe do a bit of a counter-attack. Harvey with the ball. Across right-hand side is Rooney. He's got Garrett in front of him. Rooney's going to try and cross. He does cross. And Fryer really should have stopped that one. Jacob Hamilton with his 24th goal of the season. That's quite impressive. It's 1-1. It has actually been, after 35 minutes, a very even game. Obviously, the scoreline is even, but I think the amount of shots we've both had apiece is very similar as well. Possession-wise is close to 50-50. Even passing is very similar. Brown with the ball for Rob Street, needs a little bit of support. He's going off to the right, tries to play it to Ballard. It was optimistic, Rob. That was an optimistic pass. Johnson on that left-hand side, plays it all the way back to Diabate. Truro trying to build from the back over the top, and Hamilton's going to make this 2-1. Fryer really should be stopping that one, and he doesn't manage it, and Jacob Hamilton gets his second of the game in very quick succession. It's been a lovely run of fixtures, a lovely run of wins and draws, and to be honest, if we lose against Truro, it's about time. It's genuinely about time since we lose a game, but we are still actually in this. What was that? Give him a bit of a shout. TJ Bramble's not doing so hot. Rob Street, I need you to step up. You're still demotivated. Right, TJ, I need you to step up. You're also demotivated. Right, we'll just go into the second half. We'll keep an eye on Rob Street. I don't know, actually, whether I put Yanis Drace on the bench. No, I didn't. We've got Harvey Woods instead. He is our backup striker at the moment, apparently. It's a goal kick for Truro. Garrett heads forward, but doesn't find a red shirt. This isn't good. This is not good. Harvey's going to get there first as well. Garrett's with him, but he's going to hopefully stop the ball. He doesn't stop the ball. Rooney back to Behan. Across to Leverett. There's a shot coming in from Truro any second now. And being in the Vanarama National League South, probably going to be a 25-yard screamer, much like Zach Orr's was. Leverett over the top. Behan's in on goal. It's going to be 3, isn't it? He's at the post. How has he not scored that? Hamilton picks up the loose ball. Fryer walks it off for a corner, apparently. Why did he walk that one off? What an idiot. Jenkins Davies takes the corner for Truro. Front post is Dean. It's cleared. Harvey's going to get there first, though, for Truro. So the chance is still alive for the team from Cornwall. In the middle, finds Dean again. Highlight ends. I'm going to need to give him a little bit of an encourage. We're going to try and push to be a little bit more positive as well. We're having the chances, but they just seem to be... We're not getting the highlights. I say this is the problem. We're not getting the highlights because the chances we're having aren't good enough for highlights. Fryer with a ball in his hands. An hour played. What are you going to do, Joe? Apart from have a wander around and maybe get booked for time wasting. He's eventually kicked it. What was that? What was that game? Straight back to the Truro goalkeeper. He's going for a run. He's kicked it long. Back forward from Sendles White, but no red shirts about at all. I think we're being outpositioned, if that makes sense. They just always seem to have somebody in the right place. We never have anybody in the right place. Rooney's cross comes in, Hamilton's there. Headed effort goes over the bar of Joe Fryer. Still time. There is still time. I need to take off. I mean, strikers, what's going on? What is going on here? Rob Street, we don't have enough strikers. We don't have enough strikers. Have we got anyone? Zach Brown, what's your finishing? 5. You're not the one. Oxlade Chamberlain also isn't a striker. I mean, Goodman's a centre-back. He's got 4 finishing. Teddy Davey, 7. Teddy, buddy. Teddy Davey. I mean, or do we do that? Do we try? No, we go Teddy Davey up front. I can't believe we're putting a central midfielder who doesn't want to be at the club as our striker. It's a free kick for Harvey, though, for Truro. In a very good position. I feel like this is going straight in the top corner. It's taken a wicked deflection. It was Woods who I think got there first. Truro still have the ball. Diabate on the right. Back to Jenkins Davies. Crosses in. Hamilton's there. And that is Jacob Hamilton's hat-trick. He's just torn us apart here, hasn't he? The commentary at the bottom there just said, this is going to end Truro's terrible run of form. Yes, against the team who are on the best run of form they've ever had in 2 years of football. I mean, sometimes Football Manager just wants to ruin it, doesn't it? Bare hands long range chance goes over the bar. We're done here. We're done here. The game's over. There's 20 minutes left to play. We are 3-1 down. We've only had 3 shots on target out of 9. It's game over. Truro are picking up the 3 points. We are still 8 points clear, though. We are still 8 points clear at the top of the table. Garrett with the ball on the left. We've got 10 minutes. Spong back to Zach Orr. Open the scoring as well. We were 1-0 up. We were 1-0 up in this game. Zach Orr to Garrett on the left-hand side. Back to Zach Orr. We just can't get past them. We just cannot get past them at all. TJ Bramble sitting very, very deep. Terrible. The control possession. Long-range pass there. I don't know what's happened. Our team's just decided to not listen to orders and Harvey's made it 4-1. I would love to know where this performance has come from our team. We're not technically doing too badly. We're getting some good numbers. Zach Orr's on a 7.4. Spong is on a 7.1 as well. So they're doing okay. But for some reason, Truro, just everything they touch is turning to gold. Sendles White with the ball. We've got 6 minutes of normal time. We need to find ourselves 3 goals at least. It's Ballard on the right-hand side. I mean, I said this game was done after 70 minutes and then they scored another one. So the game's done. We've lost the ball again. Is it going to be 5? Hamilton's managed to spin to get past Zach Orr. He's gone back to Rooney. There's another goal here. It's a penalty. It's not. It's a goal. It's 5-1. It could be 6-1. There's a corner coming in. Johnson's not going to get on the end of it. I've gone defensive. I'm literally on trying to just keep hold of our goal difference at this point. Jenkins Davies with the ball to Behan all the way back to Woodywis to Rooney. I mean, how is this game still going on? Our defence, I say defence, Garrett and Fryer have been awful. Midfield have been absolutely shocking. Zach Orr sticks a leg out and wins the ball. That's good to see. We've got 3 yellow cards as well. We've just had a poor game. Don't go backwards. Why are you going backwards all the time? Teddy Davies never going to win a header. He's about 6 foot. He's about 5'6". Neil's in on goal. Neil could have made it 6. Arguably should have made it 6. And we have been truly embarrassed by Truro here. We've gone all the way down from one corner of England, the southeast corner of England, to the southwest corner of England, and been smashed 5-1. How have we lost so badly there? I'm going to thrash my arms. I'm embarrassed. I'm absolutely embarrassed by that performance. Ballard, I mean, let's pick anyone who gets a 6-3. I mean, I feel like I shouldn't. No, don't do this. Don't ruin the dynamics. We're doing all right. We've lost 1 game out of about 15. We're fine. Now, are the Dover players going to refund the probably 15 Dover fans who made that trip? I don't know whether they're going to be, but we are still top of the table. 40 games played. What is that? 7 points clear ahead of Havant and Waterlooville. We're going to have 1 more episode of this season. We are going to do Oxford, Hampton and Richmond, and maybe Tunbridge. Basically, the Oxford game is the game that should hopefully decide what is going to go on. Hornchurch, we should win. We should beat Concord. We should beat Kingstonian. We'll be back for Oxford City in the next one. Thank you very much for watching this one. If you did enjoy, do please remember, leave a like. Subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. Zach Orr scored 4 goals I've just seen in 5 matches. He's a centre-back. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, all the fun, fancy YouTubey stuff, and I'll be back next time for the final episode, maybe, if we finish top of the table, of Season 2 of our Road to Glory with Dover Athletic. Thanks for watching. We have just 4 league games left of the season. We are currently sat top of the Vanarama National League South. We need 2 points from 4 games, and we are going back to the Vanarama National League. So this is the state of affairs. 42 games played, 26 wins, 9 draws, 7 defeats. Joint bottom when it comes to defeats. I think Dartford also on 7 there as well. 87 points, 10 points clear of Havant and Waterlooville and Bath. Obviously, 4 games left to play, 2 points is all we need to secure ourselves promotion. And it should happen in this episode. If it doesn't, if we're not promoted in the end of this episode, I have royally bottled this. So we only played 2 matches in between episodes. We played Hornchurch and Concord, 2 teams down the wrong end of the table, picking up 6 points across both of those matches. Zach Orr he's a legend. He's turned into a legend. If we look at his form, he's started scoring goals basically since what, the 1st of February, even actually before that. Since we played Weston-super-Mare, he's just started scoring goals. He scored all of his goals in the space of about 3 months. Also, before we get to today's games, Kingstonian I think is going to be the first match. We have had our youth intake, and it says it's an excellent intake. It's not. It's really not. Gary Ballard is our best player, and I would say he's close to potentially getting first team football, maybe being sat on the bench. Everyone else is, they're not great. There's apparently potential, but potential doesn't need, we don't need potential at the moment. We can buy 17-year-olds with potential. We want players who are arguably good enough to get in the team now. The starting lineup then for the game that is hopefully going to crown us champions of the Vanarama National League South against Kingstonian. We are sticking with the 4-3-3. Joe Fryer in goal. Basically, it's the same starting lineup that we always go for. Payne or Sendles White and Garrett at the back. Bramble, Brown and Spong in midfield. Ballard, Loza and Rob Street up front for this one. If we win this one, we're going to win the league in front of our home fans, and that is arguably what you want to do. This is a risk, but we're going to pump fists, and we're going to say, I want the win here that will crown us champions. It did motivate at least Jamal Loza. Okay, and now I'm going to I trust everyone. Don't worry about it. Let's go. Jack Spong looking complacent, which is a bit of a worry. In front of what you would hope would be a quite, not packed, not a sellout, but definitely quite a full Crab Athletic Stadium, hopefully where we are going to be winning the league. Spong's corner comes in, Sendles White was the man there. Garrett's got it forward to Street, back to Garrett, and Tyler Garrett with his first goal of the season, and it's an absolute screamer, and it might be the goal that secures us the title. 1-0 up, 3 minutes on the clock against Kingstonian, and it doesn't matter what happens elsewhere now, we have started carving our name on the title. 25 minutes now on the clock. Kingstonian with the ball inside their own half. It's down the left-hand side. Long ball forward over. It doesn't go over Zach Orr, but he passes it straight to Saraiva. He's gone for a long-range-ish chance. Goes over the bar. Straight through one of those big metal columns as well in the stand. And it's gone out for a goal kick. Not exactly the goal fest that I was hoping for the final home, or not the final home game, but you know what I mean, the game where we are going to win the league. It's towards Loza, doesn't get there. Jack Spong with the ball, going the wrong way at the moment. Sendles White, the centre-back. TJ Bramble to Zach Brown, right-hand side is Payne, so is Don Ballard, crossed in to Rob Street, and Rob Street's missed a sitter. Half-time, 1-0. We are looking like the better side, but we're not really doing a lot, are we? We had a couple of chances and then nothing for about 35, 40 minutes and then a couple of chances again near the end. So there was a big patch in the middle where I'm going to point finger. We're capable of doing better. It has worked. It has fired some people up. Let's say you weren't bad, even though it's kind of counterproductive in a way. But we're going to go straight into the second half. I'm looking at Jamal Loza on a 6-6. He's arguably the lowest performer. In fact, he is the lowest performer, dropping down to a 6-5 now. I think Zach Orr he's ran himself into the ground. We are 65 minutes in, not a single highlight in the second half. Zach Orr is going to be coming off. Jake Goodman coming on. We're going to swap you two round. We're also going to take off Jamal Loza for Harvey Woods. And do we bring on Dibley Diaz? Dibley Diaz is coming on as a striker. I'm fully aware he's not a striker, but we are training him up to be there because of all the players that we've got in our sort of reserves and under 18s, he's probably the one who's most suited. So on this title decider then, there was a total of about 4 highlights. Havant and Waterlooville are losing, from what I can see, so even if we didn't win this game, they're drawing their game, even if we didn't win, we probably still would have been crowned champions because they didn't get the 3 points that they need. It is a 1-0 victory against Kingstonian, and we are champions of the Vanarama National League South. Here they come then. I feel bad that I've subbed off people like Rob Street and Zach Orr. Who's our captain? I want to say, what's going on with his hips? Something's going on with his hips. I want to say our captain is Sendles White, but I'm not sure whether it actually is. Here he is then, whoever is our captain is lifting it up into the air. Do we still get cartwheels? This is genuinely the first trophy I've actually won on FM22. I haven't won anything on FM22 until this very moment. We're champions in front of no fans apparently. They're going for a lovely wander about. Is it going to be somebody doing a cartwheel? Somebody's got to do the cartwheel. It is, it's number 26. We don't have a sub-goalkeeper, do we? So number 26 does it. James Bedard has said a bunch of Zs. I feel like you've missed the bigger picture here, James. You've reacted to Dover winning the league as you fell asleep. I mean, everyone else, Cole loves it. It's feeling top of the world. Florence, England, we should have scored more than that. Okay, I mean, shut up, Florence. Ruben Hewson, also, he's upset. He's happy with Garrett, but everyone else he's upset with. Joey Rowe, upset with everybody. I mean, we've won the league, lads. We've won the league, and all of our fans are just getting upset because we only won 1-0. We just won the league. It doesn't matter how many we're won by. Oh, big news. Transfer budgets for next season. Nothing. £0. But we have increased our wage budget. It's almost doubled it. I think we're under. We're actually under it at the moment. So, next season, we are hopefully going to have a bit more financial pulling power. Fully aware that we're in debt. It's fine. We're going to try and fix that. I'm not sure how, but we're going to try and fix that. Oh, and big news as well. Matthew Briggs, Jack Spong is happy as well. Joe Fryer and Sam Shaban is, he no longer wants to leave. Well, I want you to leave, Sam. You've been on the transfer list since the start of the season. I'm pretty sure I've set you to release at the end of your contract. So, shut your mouth. For the final game of the season, we are going to be up against Tunbridge Angels, a team that we've already played 3 times so far in this save. And we've beaten them technically once. We've also drawn with them twice and then knocked them out of the cup on penalties or maybe even extra time. It is going to be Joe Fryer in goal, Tommy Moxey as a right back, Lewis Payne, Zach Orr and Tyler Garrett in defence, TJ Bramble, Zach Brown and Jack Langston in the middle of the pitch. The Ballard boys are going to be on the wings. Didn't realise we had 2 wingers called Ballard, but there you go. And it's going to be Rob Street up front. Let's take a look then at the 3 unusual players in our starting 11. First up is Tommy Moxey, a player who we signed last season, I think. He's now 17 years old. I would say he's not necessarily a right back, but that's his natural position. I was originally training up to be a central midfielder. We've reverted back to being a right back. Jack Langston, who made his debut for us last season, I think in the final game of the season where we needed to win, and it didn't work, did it? He is playing today as a Mazzala. I think we brought him on as a striker last time, but he's more naturally as a Mazzala, so he's going to be playing that role in the centre of the pitch. And we mentioned him earlier, Gary Ballard, 15 years of age, soon to be 16 in literally 1 month's time, but 15 years old, going to be playing on that left wing today. Dom Ballard, no relation, is going to be on the right-hand side. So we did play a couple of matches as well after the match against Kingstonian. We've won both of them, which means we are currently sat on 96 points. A win here today will put us on 99 points, which would be a great way to end the season. Tunbridge Angels coming forward with the ball. Tyler Garrett, the man who scored the goal that won us the league. Zach Orr to TJ Bramble. Across to Lewis Payne, playing as a central defender for the first time in quite a while at the moment. Fryer to Zach Orr. Once again, I want to see some of the youngsters getting involved. Or to Zach Brown. Plays it back to Lewis Payne. I assume Moxey's on the right-hand side with some space. Langston, there we see the first of them. He's got white hair. He's 16 or 17 years old and he's got white hair. Zach Orr to Garrett. Left-hand side is Ballard. He's not going to use him. Langston back to Tyler Garrett. We're passing it well. Not really getting past the Tunbridge Angels midfield though at the moment. Zach Orr to Tyler Garrett again. Down the line is Gary Ballard. Now Jack Langston, the 2 youngsters. Ballard's made a lovely little run there behind the defence. Crosses in. Ballard to Ballard. And Dom Ballard, set up by Gary Ballard, makes it 1-0. Gary Ballard has taken 12 minutes for the 15-year-old to have an impact. Much better than I was ever expecting him to be already. Looks like there's going to be a free kick in a pretty good position. It is. Lucas is the man to step up and take this curling effort. Just goes past Fryer's post. Still 1-0 to Dover. Still top of the table. We're going to stay top of the table. That's how maths works, doesn't it? 99 points. I'm kind of annoyed that it's not going to be 100. It's not going to be 100 points. Fielding's throw to that man's name. Back to Fielding. He's going to go for a little run forward with the ball. Langston's there. I can tell it's Langston because he's got white hair. Zach Orr to Gary Ballard. Dropped into left back by the looks of it. Not sure why he dropped over back, but he did. Zach Orr again with the ball. Could he get his 10th goal of the season? Ballard across to Zach Brown. Right hand side finds Dom Ballard. Is he going to run past the goal scorer? Back to Tommy Moxey. First time we've really seen him so far. TJ Bramble's the half back to Dom Ballard. Play it through. Langston. I mean, Gary's there. Gary's gone for a worldie. Oh my word. If Gary scored that, he would go down in Dover Athletic folklore. I'm looking for Gary to score today. That's what I want. He's got an assist to his name. I want Gary to score. This is what we're looking for. Who is this? Is this Lewis Payne all the way back? It is. He seems to be sat very, very deep. Potentially playing everybody on side. Not the best ball there from, I think it was TJ Bramble. It's Valentine in behind Moxie. Crosses it in. He doesn't cross it in. Actually, he goes for goal himself because he had no support in there. Hits the outside of the net and it has gone wide. It is going to be 1-0 to Dover at half-time. We're looking good. I would like to ideally have a few more shots because the 3 that we've had, one of them went in. The other one was about 40 yards out from a 15-year-old. Straight into the second half. No changes at the moment. Moxie, Street. Those are the 2 players who seem to be struggling. Moxie's on a 6.4. I mean, arguably, he's playing badly because he isn't very good at football, but also because he's only 17 years old. Valentine's going to get there ahead of Tommy Moxie. Is he going to cross it in? 3-4 in the box, potentially. Dench to a horror. He's hit the post. Payne's cleared the ball. Rob Street's chested it down. Don Ballard's going to make a run, hopefully. The highlight's going to carry on here. Street with it. Plays it all the way back to Moxie. Not the ball that we wanted to be using. The second half has been fairly uneventful. We are going to do a change. It's going to be Moxie coming off for... What do we do here? We do that, do we? And we go Sendles White at the back? Sure, we'll go for that. We're also going to take off Rob Street for Jamal Loza. Arguably, Gary Ballard. Jack Langston as well. He's on a 6'9", but Gary Ballard is the star of the show, or the young star of the show anyway. Zach Orr is on a 7.7. How is he always so good at football? TJ Bramble then, in the right-back position, finds Zach Brown. Now Zach Orr. Is he going to go backwards? He does. Finds Jamie Sendles White. Long ball forward, please, buddy. Long ball forward. Zach Orr again. Back to Lewis Payne. Right-hand side is TJ Bramble and Dom Ballard. We're passing it. We're trying to make our way through. Langston, with the ball. Back to Orr. Back to Langston. Jamal Loza, long-range chance from Loza, and he's rattled the post from a very long distance. It's going to stay 1-0. We have hit the post probably 3 or 4 times so far in this match. Not ideal, but if it stays this way, we're going to be picking up our final 3 points of the season. 99 points we're going to finish the campaign on. Back up to the Vanarama National League. And next season, we need to make sure that we don't balls it up and go straight back down. Considering we played 3 youngsters, one of them who even got the assist, I think a 1-0 win against Tunbridge Angels is actually pretty impressive away from home. Zach Orr gets an 8.1. How is Zach Orr so good at football? If we look, this season, he has an average rating of 7.48. If you include all fixtures, it's 7.5. I don't know why Zach Orr is so good, but he's... Pardon the pun here, but he's awesome. And with that, we head into the end of season awards. What's happened? New arrivals. There's a lot of them, wasn't there? So, the signing of the season goes to Jack Spong. He gets a 7.51, 17 assists. I assume probably 16 of those came from corners. Zach Orr with 9 goals, 2 assists to his name. Lewis Payne as well gets an A- rating. Rob Street, 28 goals. Just to see from Rob Street. Ballard as well gets 5 goals, 17 assists. I mean, I feel like we can't have both of them taking corners. So maybe some of those are coming from crosses. Mckenzie Lyle was our number 1 goalkeeper for maybe the first 10 games of the season. And then obviously got replaced. Tyler Garrett scoring 1 goal. He scored 1 goal all season, but it was the goal that secured us the title. Joe Fryer, Dibley Diaz, Kane Ferdinand. He wasn't as good as I thought he'd be, which is fair enough. Harvey Woods, the super sub for most of the time, 21 appearances off the bench. Teddy Davey wants to leave the club. I think he's out of contract. He's probably not going to stay any longer than what he's currently going to do. Frankie Terry didn't play a lot, did he? Beckwith didn't play a lot. Oxlade Chamberlain's going to be leaving. Matthew Briggs is going to be leaving. Louis Walsh? Who's Louis? I loaned this guy for a month and then realised that the window was shut. And now he's joined now, apparently. So he's not going to play for us. He'll be gone. Don't worry about it. It certainly does look good at reading that league table. Champions of the Vanarama National League South. Only 12% attendance. That seems very, very low. An A+ rating from the board. The FA Cup gets a D because we lost against Beaconsfield. And we should get pretty good in that. C+. A C+. We got to the 5th round. We got knocked out by a team ahead of us in the league. In the league above, I mean. The biggest win was a 4-0 victory against Slough. The match to remember, I think this was the first game where we started to turn the table, where we started to perform really, really well. A 4-1 victory against Tunbridge. Obviously, goal of the season as well there. You can see Jack Spong scoring against Concord. Financially, it's not the best. It's not the best, is it? Everything's gone down, but that's obviously we did drop down a league. Next season, I need to keep under the wage budget. That is a key thing. Keeping under the wage budget, it should try and recover some of the finances. We're also going to try and do the thing that most people do when they try to fix finances. I'm going to arrange some friendlies against maybe some sort of London clubs, set up like a little league system. Ideally, Arsenal and Spurs in there, and we can sell out our stadium for a match that isn't even involving us. Overall, best 11, or how we lined up anyway for the season, it has picked the 4-3-3 formation. I was expecting it to go for the other one, but it's gone 4-3-3, and it's the lineup that we always play. So that's pretty good. Jack Spong picks up a lot of awards. Fans Player of the Season, Young Player of the Season, Signing of the Season, Goal of the Season. Also, highest average rating, we know that as well. So, I mean, he picked up a lot of awards. I feel bad for players like Rob Street and Zach Orr, because in my opinion, if you give Fans Player of the Season or Signing of the Season, any of these awards to Jack Spong, you should give a different award to someone else. He can't win two. I would give one of them, Young Player of the Season, arguably to Zach Orr. Fans Player can go to Jack Spong, sure. I mean, Rob Street had a cracking season, even though the board don't think we did. Oh, and wonderful. Gary Ballard has broken the record for the youngest ever player. He was slightly the youngest. Is that in the league? That is in the league, because it's this man who was originally the youngest ever player, who's actually not terrible for a 17-year-old. But yeah, there we go. Gary Ballard is up there. Overall, best 11, Jack Spong has made his way in. Zach Orr, Lewis Payne, Rob Street, Don Ballard, Tyler Garrett, and Joe Fryer have all just burst their way in. It's, to be honest, it's not difficult. Last season, we were just awful, wasn't it? You'd imagine most of the starting 11 should be the team from this season. Listen up, team. We are probably going to be in a relegation scrap, okay? What are we going to say? We're not going to be good. We're good enough to not be involved in a relegation battle. I don't think we can say that. I'm delighted. I have faith that we are able to avoid getting involved. That was... Okay, we're good. Right, we're going to hopefully avoid getting involved in a relegation scrap, which means next season we're looking to finish lower mid-table. That's kind of the plan there. That annoyed people. Okay, that's great. Pretty happy. Sure, I'll talk about things next season. I think I might have ruined the team talk a little bit. Well, that is going to do it for Season 2 of Road to Glory with Dover Athletic. Back to the Vanarama National League. Over the summer, we're going to look at doing some investing. I'm going to trim down the squad, some of the more fringe players. I genuinely think the team that we have from this season is good enough for a lower mid-table in the Vanarama National. So we're going to just try and bring in a couple of new faces. Maybe a left winger, maybe a striker. I don't know. I feel like Rob Street's pretty good, but maybe we're bringing a striker as well. Thank you very much for watching this episode and this season. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. Hit the subscribe button as well if you're new to the channel. And I'll be back next time with Season 3 of Dover Athletic. Thanks for watching.